Welcome to the Realms. We are coming to you live from our studios in bright and sunny Southern California. No, we're not in California.
It is bright and sunny.
Maybe
Welcome
someday we
to the
should, though,
Realms.
because...
We're coming to you live from our studios in bright and sunny Southern California. No, we're not in California.
Every week with this guy.
I got one thing that I don't turn down every week. We are... I'll get it next week. Don't worry. We are coming to you for our third edition of the Realms. We are on edition number 3. Last week we found... Oh, I'm Denoctum. We'll do introductions. I'm joined by the crew.
Chaos.
Katrina.
I am Baddox Ash, and I'm playing the Elven Alchemist, Calendula.
Todd.
That was pretty good.
Okay.
That's not bad, I guess. And Todd.
Thanks for showing
And
us.
Todd. I had to show you guys up. That's how we do.
Last week, any announcements before we move on? Yeah, make sure you have your box. We do have some combat tiles tonight. We're going to try it for the first time. And if it's a hit, we will be using them going forward. I'm excited. We got them from Roll for Initiative. So shout out to those guys.
Roll for Initiative.
We're going to look to get some more stuff from them. They make some really cool products. We paid for these, so I don't know if it's illegal for me to say they gave them to us, but we paid for them.
We gave them. They gave them to us with our money going to them.
Yes, so they hopefully will get on board and support, and it looks awesome.
But if they would like to send us more,
yeah, we could use more. I'm thinking maybe some of the white ones.
They're high quality. They're good print. They're good thick cardboard, and they're wet erased.
They're not going to be up on the screen
you
yet.
You can draw on that stuff. So
we'll see them during combat, and then maybe we'll stop for a second and show it off.
They're cool
because they're really neat, and we're excited about that. So I don't know. We don't know because we might not get there because we may go in a whole different direction. We may go in a whole different direction.
We're at a party.
All right. Any other announcements?
Cat Night Network is awesome.
Yeah,
just gonna say it.
Yeah, tune in, subscribe. We really appreciate it. We're trying to grow. New cameras are in. They are not installed. We are waiting for the mounts for the walls, which should improve the 2 side cameras, and they won't be quite so blurry.
Players will be more in focus.
Yeah, it won't be quite so blurry. So to stay with us as we improve that next week.
Upgrades are coming, guys.
They are actually here. We just have to get the hardware to put them on the wall now. So
the new HDMI cables.
Anything else?
The boring stuff.
Thank you to our subscribers.
Yes, new subscriber. The show is starting today, so thank you. I didn't catch the name, but if you shout out something in chat.
And thank you for showing up, because, that's half the battle.
So where we
Anthony Sandy, big shout out. I believe he is one of Matthew's friends.
Where we leave off?
That's a shout out to Anthony Sandy. Don't ignore that. It's exciting.
Right.
He subscribed. He didn't follow. He subscribed.
Nice.
So, anyway, last time on the Realms.
In the city of Absalom.
Something is amiss with Cal. But the group decided to give him the benefit of the doubt, especially after he was vouched for by Corbin. Crichton, though unhappy, realized there were bigger problems afoot with the death of Duke Kingsman in the Petal District. Corbin and Crichton seemed particularly affected by his loss. After investigating, our team ran into Aaron with 2 A's again, and he led them to Ezra Percival Devant, a goblin of distinct class. After much drinking and laying to rest the bodies of Cal's wife and Duke Kingsman, the crew set out to attend the Demon's Court party and investigate the Maiden of Roses. Using the invitations provided by Ezra, the team waits in line as they watch some guests mercilessly evicted from the line and others presently let in.
All right.
We are in line. As you stepped up to the manor where the party is being held, it is gloriously lit, obviously by magic. They're not having Christmas lights or anything. Magic has lit, and the people taking the invitations are both elves, dressed in full black garb. And they are like we went through last week. As you watch guests approach the door, the elves take their invitation and they scan their hand over it. And most of them they're letting in, but you do see a few forcefully evicted from the grounds. And you cannot tell why, as they only allow one person up the stairs per elf on each side. So... and there are about 20 stairs. It's an elegant entryway that's obviously leading to a courtyard which you can't see. And from there, we will discover the rest of the manor here in the Petal District. And we are in line.
I hope that these tickets actually get us entry.
I hope so too.
I'm not looking at them. I'm acting like everyone else going up to the party and not really paying attention to the rest of the party.
Okay.
Just like,
Are you in first?
So you look like you're not with us necessarily.
Yeah.
So what is our order of line?
I'll be first.
Okay.
I'll be right after him.
I'll be after him.
And I'll be after
Very
him.
well. The line kind of progresses through, and again, they're so high up you can't really even hear what they're saying. You're next, sir. He takes your invitation and he waves his hand, and you see a subtle light just kind of shine on the bottom of his hand as it goes over your invitation. Roll a d6.
1.
You imposter! And he takes your invitation and he rips it up and he forcefully pushes you down the stairs.
I will fall gracefully.
Okay.
I step out of his way and look down in disdain as he rolls past.
Very well.
And I walk up to the other elf.
Calls you up. Takes your invitation. Roll a d6.
See you in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
5.
He files it into his pocket and he greets you in through the door.
I don't even give him a nod or any emotion. I just walk past.
Very well.
Nose in the air.
You're next.
I'll hand him my invitation.
I'd offer to lend you a die, but I don't want to.
He breathes deeply like he's bored and he waves his hand
3.
and he lets you into the party. My lady?
Thank you.
And he takes your invitation and puts it in his pocket.
I step up, I give him an elvish greeting.
Another elf. Thank goodness.
Indeed. And a 1. For a brother.
He tucks it in. Come on in, good sir.
Thank you, sir. And
I'll be watching you.
Indeed.
Corbin walks up to and hands him his...
Helps be an elf.
No, that's fine.
It does help. In this particular situation. And they take Corbin's invitation and they tuck it in their pocket. Come on in, good sir. As they look up to him. And the line keeps going. So we will separate ways here. What would you like to do, Riker?
As soon as I'm out of their eyesight, I'm going to the shadows and I'm going to try to find another way. Alternate way into the...
Okay. Okay.
Ultimate way?
Ultimate.
The ultimate way.
The ultimate way, yes.
Let's start with you then. As you scamper to try to get into the walls, let's make a perception check.
He's in the walls.
Oh, sorry. A way through the walls. Into.
20.
Natural? Or?
No.
Bummer.
All right. As you scamper around the outside, this manor is huge. It seems to take up like 3 acres, this wall that surrounds it. There's no moat. It's not castle-y. It's very fancy, but it does have an outside wall. As you crawl around and you look, you have a 20.
Yep.
You find 2 or 3 different places where you could use your roguish expertise to either scale the wall or maybe break some of the brick that's in it and squeeze through a hole.
I'll try the squeeze, and I think there's a...
Strength, so we'll do athletics.
There's a squeeze function. Isn't there?
Escape artist?
I think it's
around?
I think it's
not
under
around.
acrobatics.
I don't want to escape. I want you to move the rock, and that's going to take strength.
I would rather not move the rock.
Then you want to climb the wall?
Yes, I do.
Then you may do that acrobatically.
I prefer to climb the wall.
Ooh.
26.
You scale it with great finesse for a rogue as you whip out some rope that you've brought in your pack, and you scale the wall. Now roll stealth.
19.
And you jump over, and there are 2 guards on the base of the wall, and there's guards you can see all around, but none of them seem to notice you. And you jump into the courtyard, which you see, and as you guys all walk in, you do not see him, but you see a sprawling courtyard leading to the front door of this enormous manor. And there are several fountains, and it's very elegant. There are servants serving food on trays, and the people are the same people in the Petal District that you notice. You don't notice any of them like comparatively, but it's the same feeling of everybody's kind of into themselves, but haughtily visiting with those around them. And what you do notice is that there's not people meandering or wandering except for the servants with the food. There are just small pockets of groups. It's very groupy, if you will, and as you would expect in something like the Petal District.
2 things. 1, I'd like to use message, my cantrip.
Okay.
And do I see Micah?
I knew that was going to happen. No, you do not.
Okay. Do I need to see him to use message?
Message is not. Is it 100? I don't think you do either. But is there a distance?
120 feet.
Yeah, you do not.
Okay.
You can send it, and it does not. It seems to fall on deaf ears. Again, this courtyard is massive.
Massive. Okay. Yeah. And then as I'm working my way through the crowd to try to find these guys, I'm keeping an eye out of others who shouldn't be here that also found their way in here.
Okay. Your suspicions are aroused because you see groups of elves standing, and you suspect that perhaps, as having watched a little hesitation in Cal's invitation inspection, maybe there's some favoritism being played, racism or ancestryism,
Yes.
you might say.
Okay.
But nobody who is like not this haughty, I'm rich, don't bother me too much except for the people around me.
I will do my best to blend in and go find my group.
You guys are dressed in very fancy clothes,
Yes.
so that does not pose a problem.
It would be rude not to go sample a bunch of this food. So I'm going to
And
go
you 3 are together.
sample a bunch of the food, which gives me a reason to not talk to people as I'm eating the food, but to observe a lot of people.
Okay.
And I'm going to look around and just try to get a feel for the conversations that are being had. I do have reed lips, so I can casually find a nice fountain to sit on the edge of,
Yeah, absolutely.
or a pillar to lean against, and just casually look around and just...
You don't even have to roll. That nobody is keeping anything very secret. Once they enter the wall, there is this sense of everything's safe, so we can talk. However, the conversations don't tend to go. They're typical conversations of what you would expect from these people. My daughter got into this guild that nobody else can get into. Did you see the new play at the fancy new? There's nothing where, I mean, you guys are here on orders to investigate what's been called the Demon Court, but nothing out here seems to like push into that.
Okay.
I'm gonna move from the front, and then I'm just gonna make a slow circle around the edge of the party and look for the outcasts.
You don't see any outcasts. Everybody is in a group. The only people traveling alone are servants. Everybody is in one of these group pockets. Well, except for you. You sat on the...
I'm the outcast.
There you
Yes,
are. I
outcasting.
see you. And it just
Everybody else seems to be needing to be in a group. It's not even like I'm going to go float by myself. These groups
There's
seem
no
to be
social
established.
pariahs. Or
Doesn't seem
somebody
to be
who's-
anywhere.
Somebody who's on the outs.
If
Nuh-uh.
you're here, you're probably connected.
Right. Okay.
What are you doing?
Sticking with someone.
But the question is who?
Well, he went by himself to go eat. Didn't say anything.
I have snacks. I mean,
So, hey, we didn't actually make a plan for once we got here.
Did we not think we were going to get this far? Or?
Well, I mean, it wasn't a doubt in my mind, but now that we're here,
We're here to investigate this court, right? But also find the killers of your employer. How are you at socializing?
pretty spiffy.
Then I think you should get yourself in one of these groups and control the narrative.
Do you need any help with that? Like, should we be a team? Should we split up?
Oh no, I'm not. I'm not sociable like that. But
So you should be left alone?
no. I'm actually planning on seeing if I can connect with the servants, and I kind of motion to the servants that are moving around through the
Ooh,
crowds.
Good plan.
And see what kind of contacts I can make there.
Okay.
So, but I'll be around if you have need.
Okay. Well, I think what I'm going to do is just kind of people watch for just a couple seconds, long enough to discern maybe a larger group of people that I could kind of blend into
Okay.
for a minute.
That is not a problem. There are groups of all different kinds. You see some, even some gnomes are here. Halflings are here. There's not a ton of them, but it's mostly humans. There are some elves. What you would kind of expect as a breakdown. There's not really anybody who's shunted to one side or the other.
So maybe I'll find some gnomes then.
Okay.
Just
You find a group that has a couple of gnomes and there's a couple of elves in the group, and they are chatting about the economy and the coins and how much money they have made in the last few months. So as you enter, yes, I invested in that as well, and it's done very well for me. I avoided the real estate plan that my broker agent decided that would be good, and the people who went with him, by the way, are all losing money. Oh, welcome! And they like hold out their hand, like they want to touch you, but they don't.
Hi.
I see. What is your name?
My name is Rushtux.
I am Elangis, and this is... What was your name again? Just totally spaced, like he doesn't even know, completely kind of rude, and the gnome looks at you kind of warily. I don't know her well enough to share my name, and she is not of the same breed. She notices your skin.
Yeah.
Anyway, as I was saying, I believe that you've made a good decision by taking your broker's advice, and I believe I will do the same first thing in the morning. They kind of just ignore you at that point.
Wow. Awkward.
If you
Is there
you
something
look,
noteworthy? Sorry.
if you look, Candle's like off to the side.
am I noticing any of this
Yeah.
as I'm scanning?
You
So-
don't. Yeah, you can see this. You also see Riker now, and so do you, as an outcast person, kind of striding through the group, looking for you as well.
Okay, I'm gonna walk over to her.
Okay.
Because she's over there talking to them. Since I'm, said I can read.
What are you wearing, by the way? What do you have?
What you gave us.
Right. So we didn't bring any weapons or anything, correct?
I did.
Secretly, that's fine. You don't have your shield out or
No,
anything like that.
I don't have a shield, but I
Okay.
do have my rapier.
Okay,
And you
that's
said we
fine.
wear the clothes over
Yep,
our
that's
armor,
totally fine.
so-
Yep. Didn't bring your shield though?
I didn't.
Okay,
How
that's
would I
fair.
bring it in?
You have a necklace or anything?
Yeah, it'd be under my robes though.
You can't see it. Okay.
Yep.
Fair.
So was that a female that made the
The
comment?
gnome is a
about
female. The elf is a male. The
Okay.
elf who is being much more engendering to everybody.
Mhm.
So-
Engendering? No.
So
You know.
as
I,
I walk
okay.
up, I'm like, Mistress Tux. It's so good to see you. I wanted to thank you so much. Our conversation last week, those investments paid off handsomely for me. Thank you so much.
I'm so happy to hear
the gnome
that.
immediately stops. What investments do you speak of?
I'm sorry I spoke out of place.
Oh, no, it's okay. I really appreciate
And the elf fires up.
that it worked out so well.
We
for
would
you.
like to hear about these, actually.
I can't give the name, of course, but there is that new shipping company running to Assyrian, and they're running many goods for the consortium. The consortium. And if you know the right person to talk to, they're still seeking investors right now. And when I say the right person, I glance meaningfully at her.
What is the buy-in to this investment?
I apologize. I've said too much. I have to go refresh my plate if you'll excuse me.
It was not full. Well, I really came here to have such a great
Madam
time.
Madam Tukes,
Everybody is like,
I am so glad you are here. I have been tracking you all over. I forgot to give you your share of helping me in my investments. Thank you so much. And I pull out a bag.
Sir, this is a celebration. We don't need to do this here.
But I may not see you for a while.
Why would that be?
Well, my business takes me overseas a lot.
Oh.
So this is your share of helping me. Wait, and I hand her 10 gold pieces.
Oh, dear.
Or in a bag.
Oh, thank you. Sorry
the elf
about
is like
that.
wide-eyed at this.
I'm so sorry. This business really should not be conducted
Madam
here at
Tukes,
this
Madam Tukes,
celebration.
perhaps a visit to my home after this party is resigned would be in order.
Oh, well, I would be so honored.
Elantra! She is a gnome, after all. Perhaps a visit to my home would be in better order than that of this elf. And suddenly, hold different eyes from the gnome.
How's that for a role-playing assist?
Yeah, that was great.
I'll give you a hug.
Uh-huh.
And I'll take the money back.
In front of everybody?
No.
He's picking her pockets.
Oh, then you roll.
Oh, snaps!
I don't take the penalty because I have the pocket
Okay.
feet. So that is a 26. And if they're going to observe it, they have a -2.
Okay. Nobody notices anything. Both of them are waiting. So, my name is Klesh. Klesh, please let me have dinner with me and my family.
Clash, what a simple and
Madam
elegant
Tukes,
name.
Madam Tukes, this gnome was very rude to you. My family would serve a much better dinner than she would. She almost says, you hear it on the cusp of her voice, gnome, but then she realizes, wait, I'm not going to say that. And she just says,
well, so many wonderful choices to choose between the two of you. Would you give me some time to just enjoy myself here at the party before telling you if I have time to come to either one of your homes?
oh, absolutely, absolutely. Both of them pull cards and hand them to you.
Into the purse.
Okay.
If you'll excuse me, I need to have a word with my friend, and I'm famished. I also need a bite to eat.
Oh, try the wrap of lettuce. I don't even know what's in it, but it's some sort of fish. It's quite excellent. I don't think they're serving it out here in the courtyard, though. Something about the air affecting the freshness of the fish.
Where is it being served?
Inside the manor.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
make sure
very
to do
good.
that.
And find me when the party's over. That's
I will make
the
sure.
elf says.
Yes.
Are
my God.
the doors to the manor open? Like it's sort of
Yes, they are open.
It's sort of a sprawling party. Both
So the
in
party
and out.
sprawls out. You don't see a lot of people going in, but you can see they're huge doors, and again another stairway up to the main manor house, and you can see there's people meandering inside the building as well.
Okay. I'll make my way up the stairs.
Okay.
And into the manor.
Okay.
And as I get in, I'll peer around.
So as soon as you walk in, it is a grand foyer. I mean, it is huge, and it's one of those that you can kind of see. It's got two stairways going up that wrap around to a balcony that oversees the foyer itself. There is nobody on the stairs, but at the top of the balcony, without even having to look, there is a gorgeous woman standing at the top of the balcony, and all she is doing, she's holding a glass of what seems to be some fruity liquid and staring at everybody in this room, just looking around and
surveying
watching,
all that she
and that's what
sees.
she's doing. That is the absolute first thing you notice, because she is just breathtaking. Within the room itself, and it's also where your attention goes first thing, there's a huge chandelier above your head, and so you see that, your eyes go to her, and then as you come back down, there are multiple doors out, but they're all shut. And nobody's really bothering with them. There are people sitting at tables which are set out, and this foyer is about half the size of the courtyard. So again, it is huge. This manor is just ginormous.
Mm-hmm.
And there are people sitting at tables all around. There are some people standing. Here there are more people who are not in groups. So there are a few outstanding lookers, and as you watch, you can see that they're kind of people watching, whether they're... You don't get the impression that they're not supposed to be there, though, if that
Right.
makes sense when you walk in, and
It
it's
does.
relatively obvious. They're just not participating. The conversations don't seem to be as, superfluous here.
I also keep an eye out for Lord Stupor.
Okay.
To see if I spot him anywhere.
You do not see him anymore.
That's fine.
Yep.
It's just in the back of my head.
If he shows up, though, I will
keep an eye out
let
for
you...
that.
I'm gonna find you in the crowd too.
I'm gonna move and grab some wine.
Okay.
And I'm gonna mill.
Easily done.
And I asked the servants. I just find a servant.
Wine, sir?
Yes, thank you very much. And
Very well.
if you could, please, I would very much like to have an audience with the lady of the house. And I motioned to the woman up at the top.
The maiden, I apologize, that is well above my pay grade.
Certainly, but who would I talk to about that?
You might just walk up the stairs and speak to her yourself. And he
All
walks
right.
away.
And I'll do some perusal and then
Okay.
I'll make my way there. But
Roll perception.
Let us catch up.
Yes, we will.
oh, me?
Yep.
Yeah, what race is the maiden?
She seems to be human.
81.
Wait, what?
Oh,
Perception.
what the heck am I rolling?
Whoa, 81! A record roll for Pathfinder!
That will be 15.
Okay.
Go with your first roll.
Right?
81.
81 would have accomplished it.
Um,
What are you guys doing?
I'm setting up other marks, so at the moment.
I'm gonna try to meet up with Riker.
Okay.
And then keep an eye on
That's
her at
not
the
a
same
problem
time.
at all.
I'll head into the manor to find the lettuce wrap.
Okay.
If she heads in, meet with you, we should probably try to stay within eyesight of each other. At least.
Fair enough. Sounds good.
That was well played, by the way.
You too. I saw you go up there. I'm like, oh, that'd be perfect. Wonder if hopefully she gains some good info.
And I think maybe we keep doing this tonight. We keep boosting her up.
Sounds good. I can do that.
Rashtukes, I make sure that I walk with an air of confidence, by the way. My head is high. I'm glancing at people. I'm gonna go ahead and adopt their dismissiveness it's not entirely in my nature. I'm a little bit more genuine.
Roll performance, just to see.
I'd love to.
Yeah.
But I think we're just gonna go with that. 17.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just noting that. That's all.
Thanks.
Noted.
Noted.
Are they serving anything but wine? Are they serving beer? Or anything?
Absolutely. There are a lot of there's actually more servants in the home walking around. There's beer on canisters. You easily find a lettuce wrap that was being spoke of. There are like meatballs. I mean, there's high-end elegant food, and there's also just very simplistic, really good food. That's just hearty and greasy and stuff like that. They just cover all the bases.
Because I feel like I'm just walking that thin edge of, being disrespectful. My God, I have to go get a mug of beer.
Okay. Roll perception.
Is that percentile?
I don't know why I heard percentile. It was just
18.
You notice when you walk in, the lady, and as you grab a beer, you notice her eye upon you.
Oh.
You see your buddies walk into the room.
I go grab a beer too. Not a little bit after he does.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna get my beer and get some more food because free food. And if I notice her looking at me, I'll look up and smile and give her a wink from down on the floor.
She winks back at you.
And then I'll make my way there, but not directly.
Okay.
I'll kind of wind through the
As you're watching her, you take note that she has her eye on Micah.
Good.
I'm looking for possible marks inside here too.
Okay. Plenty.
Why? Okay.
So many juicy pockets.
Trying to curb my...
There's plenty.
I know. Trying to keep up the performance here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll make my way up the stairs eventually. I try to keep an eye where everybody else in my group is at, though.
You can see them. The room is large, but they're...
She's 3 feet tall.
It's not crowded.
Okay.
So it's not overly crowded.
Just
the
making
room
sure
is
I can
large.
see.
You can see. You
Okay.
can keep eyes on each other without
So
any
sparkly
problem.
and purple.
That's true.
So you walk up the stairs.
I do.
I watched that happen.
With all the confidence of a drunken hero.
You do, and you walk up the stairs. You
Not
don't.
with him. Oh.
He walks up the stairs. You watch him walk up the stairs. When he does that, heads in the party kind of turn, and they watch him walk up the stairs. Not all of them, but a great number. And you get to her. She does not turn around.
She's still looking down at the...
Yep.
So I'll go and I'll stand next to her and turn and look down over the floor and kind of take the same pose that she's doing, but angled a little bit to look at her as well. What does she look like? Other than breathtakingly beautiful.
She's breathtakingly beautiful. She has very soft white skin. She has a long, silky dress. Though you notice as you stand next to her, it is by no means skin tight.
Okay.
So it is very flowing and it is very obvious. It is very modest as well. It's not showing a lot of skin or anything like that. And the dress, as you got closer now and you're right next to her, just seems kind of like loose and is just hanging on her body. Not what you would expect for somebody who wants to be so elegant. She has dark brown hair. And blue eyes, just the deepest blue eyes as she turns to look at you. A follower of Caden, I see. And her voice, though I don't do it justice, I'm not a voice actor, so, is silkily sweet.
Okay. Well, there's a time and a place for the worship of all gods.
Yes, there is. And there's always time for a good ale.
Could not agree more. I take a sip of what I have. What color is her dress?
Her dress is black.
Okay. I'm sorry, I haven't had the pleasure of making your acquaintance before.
I am the Maiden of the Rose.
Oh. I'll kiss her fingers. I'm not kissing your fingers, though.
I don't want you to do
He
that.
really wants some.
Boy, that's a stretch. We might get more viewers from that, too. But I don't know if that'd be worth it. Okay.
Maiden of the Rose. That we've been told
My
that
friends
name before.
my friends call me Kel.
That's who we're looking for.
Your friends call you what?
Kel.
Sorry, you threw me off. Okay. Let me collect. Kale, is it?
Kel, yes.
And a worshiper of Caden.
On again, off again.
I see. Do you know Crichton?
I've made his acquaintance, yes.
A great man. A great man.
Hmm.
What is your interest in my little party this evening?
I did not realize that you were the hostess of this.
Yes, this manor costs me a small fortune every time I host one of these. And she looks out at the guests. Not with disdain, but she's not that excited.
What point is there to the money if not to spend it, though?
Very true, very true. And everybody does seem to be having a good time. And she looks out over the party and the guests. Though far too few people seem to have your nerve.
Well, you see, I'll point to a group of people that I was kind of watching as I was going through too. Like those people there, they're very concerned about how the recent deal with Cheliacs and their little uprising is going to affect the trade that they go through Anderon to get there. So they're very worried that this recent rebellion is going to cut into their profit margins. Whereas the people over there, well, they think they're dealing in Osirian goods, but I know for a fact that the man they're dealing from is not getting those goods from Osirian at all, but is manufacturing them here on the island. So
She yawns.
But these are the games they play.
Such petty squabbles amongst the people that I associate with. And she has a little disdain in that word as well. But that doesn't interest you whatsoever, does it?
No, these people have no interest in real power.
She smiles. And then she fully turns and gives you her full attention.
I do the same.
Real power. Intriguing. Are you here alone?
I have acquaintances in the crowd. Those I would rank definitely higher than the majority of your guests here.
I see.
True seekers.
What are these acquaintances? And she looks out interestingly over the party. The party on the ground floor.
Well, which contains the party.
Yeah, the party and the party.
With party.
Double party.
Partyception.
Madame Tukes, I would not have to even point out to you. She is, of course, the most colorful person here.
Oh, the gnome. I noticed her when she walked in. I'm actually excited that she's with you. Why don't you invite her up? Well, as well as your other acquaintances, as you call them.
If you'll allow me to depart for a moment, then I will gather them and bring them up.
Absolutely.
Can I bring
Would you like
anything?
me to hold your beer?
I would not presume such a
Why
thing.
don't you bring me one then?
Very well. And I'll wander down to the floor. And when I come down the stairs, it's with a swagger.
Swagger.
Yeah.
I'm sipping and watching you come down.
I'm just watching over the crowd. Let's see who's next.
So I'll wander to you first.
Mm-hmm.
We are being invited to speak with the Maiden of Roses.
Good job. Fast work.
She has requested me to fetch her a drink. If you would be so kind as to fetch the other two. And by the way, let them know I introduced myself to her as Kel.
I can do that. But you told her my real name. Yeah.
I can only make up so many new names a day. I'm sorry, I've used my full allotment of that already.
At least you could say more than 2 syllables. I'll go find the other 2.
So yeah, I go get her. I get myself a fresh beer and get her one as well. And I'll walk to the base of the stairs and wait for the rest of my party to arrive.
2, sir. 2?
One is for the maiden.
Oh, very well.
And, because one is for the maiden.
let me fetch you a fresh glass then, a much cleaner glass. And he runs, like he sets his tray down on the floor and runs.
How many are left on the tray?
4.
I pick up the tray and walk.
Okay, and he has not gone very long, and he brings back a stein, but it's glass instead of the wooden, elegant wood, but it's glass, and you can see through it, and it looks like it has ale in it as well.
Okay, well, I make sure, since there's 4 of us, this is, of course, Providence. Thank you, Caden. And...
Bless you, my child.
And it's all in character. And I take those over and disperse them to my congregation here. And then I'll get her mug and table separately.
I go looking for these two. Who do I see first?
Easily. You can see them both. They're
okay.
close together, but not together.
What's the word?
So our friend Kale has won us an audience with the Maiden of Roses. If you will come with me.
Mm-hmm. A smooth talker.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking to him first. I'm not buying him.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were both.
Well,
near
we were
each
nearby, so when you come,
other.
I'll move over.
Met him too, so I'll stand up and.
Yeah. No, it's okay. Our friend Kale has won us an audience with the Maiden of Roses. Was her name? The Maiden of the Rose. Anyways, she wants to see us now.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
So Micah's
After you.
name is Kale.
Who?
Micah's name is Kale.
I thought it was Micah.
It's Kale.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Subterfuge.
So it's
And
the-
what's your name?
I still get to be first Dukes.
Oh,
You can make up a name though.
strange subtleties. All right, I get it. All right. All right, let us now keep the maiden waiting then. After you, my
Nope.
good man.
Oh, okay.
I'll turn around and lead them both.
Okay.
Little
definitely-
shaking my head.
I will stay about 3 steps behind her and to the right.
This is why you don't let me lead everything. See?
Yep. No, it's good.
So we'll make our way to the bottom of the stairs.
Yep, and that's where I hand them their flagons of ale.
Sweet.
And then I have an extra one, a nice glass one to carry up for her.
I'll finish this one. Put that down.
How good is this ale?
It's decent.
Mm.
It's not as hearty as you normally like. It's got an almost airy. The brewing process seemed to be done in a place where they make the fruity wines and whatnot. They're not quite as. It's not quite as stout
Okay.
as what you would
So
like.
it's a Belgian beer.
So I get there and I hand her the flagon of ale with almost an apologetic look.
Oh, thank you.
I-
They brought my glass. I have such devoted servants. Your friends, Madame Tukes?
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Pleased that you could join the party.
Gentlemen, this is of course the Maiden of the Roses. I'll let them make their introductions though.
Madam. And I will bow and take her hand if she offers. And kiss
She
it.
does.
And I am the humble Miker. Pleased to meet you.
See what you guys are doing. Sorry. Caught the GM off guard. Micah, you weren't invited to my party.
I was not.
Audience voted. You gotta kiss the hand.
I was not.
But you're with Kale?
I am.
Very well. And you are?
Riker. And I just bent. And I will kiss the hand because I don't care.
Okay. Riker?
Madam.
Nice to meet your acquaintance. All of you, I'm intrigued. Why don't you come and join me? And behind her, there is actually like a sitting room. It's got a nice couch and some chairs and a coffee table and whatnot. So
Go and have a seat and I will wait until she's seated and Kooks.
I'm observing the room and around. I trust they'll show me where to sit.
She doesn't invite any. She sits on one of the couches and just crosses her legs and throws her dress over and takes a deep draught of her ale.
If there's room, I'll sit on the couch next to her.
Okay, there is.
Okay.
I'll sit across.
Okay.
I keep a polite distance still, but just at the edge of polite.
I sit next to her, like in a chair next to her.
Okay, so there's an armchair next to her couch.
I'll wait till she sits.
Yeah, she's already sat.
Yeah, okay.
So, if you don't mind, how do you usually like to be called? Maiden or Maiden of the Rose? Or...
Maiden is completely suitable for our business. I imagine we will venture in here tonight. Micah was not invited to the party. What about the rest of you?
Well, I consider myself invited to any party in town worth happening.
True follower of Caden, I see. But
I got
only when it suits you. You got an invitation?
I thought I was invited.
I see. Where did you obtain your invitation?
A romantic interest, I believe.
Indeed.
Seeking to impress her.
Romance. She swills her ale and drinks again. Who is this romantic interest?
No one of worthy note.
Anybody who would have an invitation to this party would be of worthy note.
Oh. I saw several people who weren't entirely of worthy note.
Much like Micah? They probably weren't invited and they snuck their way in here? It happens at all of my parties.
I imagine so. It's magnificent. Who would not want to come to
Isn't it lovely?
such a...
And she kind of looks out again. You can barely see kind of the rim of the door from where you're sitting now, but I do throw a good party.
And the food is marvelous.
Interesting security with the magic hand waving on the invitations.
Well, it usually works to keep people out. I imagine the elves were working the door tonight. She looks at you.
It does.
They work.
Smiles.
It does work to keep the riffraff out.
Well, let's cut to the chase. Why are you here? She looks at you specifically.
I take this moment to take out my invitation and just look it over.
You don't have it. They kept it.
Oh, did they keep it?
Yeah, they slipped them away. I'm actually rubbing my hand. It's come to our attention that this is the place to be for all things to do with the Devil's Court.
The Demon's Court?
The Demon's Court. I'm sorry.
We have been...
I'm leaving.
I look at him like he has just broken a big social norm. Like,
How direct.
Very direct.
That's how I deal.
That is a slighted name that my group of, again, devoted followers just are labeled with by those who are ignorant. And she gets a little bit feisty, but keeps her composure and drinks another sip of ale.
So it's a derogatory name.
Of course it is. Would you want to be called a demon?
But why is it on the invitations?
That's what the group in town has labeled my followers, but it comes with a negative connotation, which we don't deserve.
What is it you do in this demon court?
We discuss real estate, investments. We have fantastic parties. We basically just enjoy everyone's company. And sometimes we get involved in the business of the town.
So,
sounds positively foul.
did you have something?
I was just going to say, do you take matters into your own hands?
Quite often. Or, she puts her glass down. My hands may be too soft to involve in some of the things that I must carry on.
Question outside of this.
Yeah.
Do I ever know who my benefactor was that was paying me?
For what?
For all my trips and stuff. You said I had a benefactor, part of my background, but I had no idea who that was.
Oh, we'll have to talk about that.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Didn't know if that applied at this moment or not.
Not at this moment.
Okay.
So basically, when things politically go awry from your point of view, you right that course back on track.
Of course. Or criminally. She smiles. But again, you haven't told me why you are here. You obviously are not part of the demon court.
Very diplomatically, I say, how can we be of service to you, Maiden?
I am just curious as to why you are here. At this time, I don't know if you can be of service.
We are here to see if we can be of service to you.
I've been upfront with my intentions. I came here to meet you.
But why? I am getting the feeling that none of you were actually invited.
Yeah, I wasn't.
So what brings you to my party? I'm intrigued. I am not disappointed.
Is there any paper and pen or pencil or something wrong? Parchment?
Nope.
There's a symbol. I'm trying to figure out how to best.
I've just heard of you. I've been intrigued by the stories I've been hearing, and I had to come to see if the real person could live up to the reputation that was forming on the streets.
And what have you found?
Night's still young.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Roll performance or something akin to that. Diplomacy.
Deception.
I'm not lying.
Okay, diplomacy will work.
You don't understand how diplomacy works.
I lied.
12.
Okay. She kind of just smiles and... But you're still here for a reason.
Indeed. And I reach into my pocket and I pull my journal out. And I open it up and I show her the symbol. Have you seen that symbol before?
Yes. I stamp it on all my invitations.
I noticed. What is the significance of this symbol?
Master Micah, have you ever owned a business?
I have, actually.
That symbol is what we would call a logo in the business world. I use it on much of the things that I ship and traffic and whatever else may be needed.
You're the Maiden of the Rose, though.
Yes, I am.
You would think it'd be a rose or flower-esque.
No. That would be too obvious.
This looks more like roots or maybe a hand.
Oh, that's quite clever. But I'll leave that to your imagination. This obviously bothers you a great deal as you have written it in your quaint little journal.
Indeed.
So I ask again, why are you here? And her voice is a little colder.
Why was that symbol on Kingsman's body?
She smiles. Very good. We had nothing to do with Kingsman. His murder is distressing to me. We were framed.
Bogus. Detecting she's lying.
Well,
what do I do?
that would be, let's do perception, right? Yeah.
27.
You sense that she is being truthful.
Fair enough. Who would want to frame me? Who
The
specifically?
list would be far too long to discuss here, my
There's
dear.
got to be someone specific because that is such a specific target.
Kingsman is not a specific target. If you don't know who Kingsman is, perhaps you need to do a little more research.
I have no idea who the dude is. I just get paid.
So is this why you were here?
It's partially why I'm here.
Did someone send you?
I'm here for that and food. drink. A lot more drink.
What has prompted you to bring this to my doorstep?
Every time she looks at me, I look back at them like I have no idea what they're talking about.
The fancy lights and dress and it's...
That's hogwash. Kale, can I get some honesty from you?
Yes, Cal.
You've received almost nothing but honesty from me.
Who sent you here? I don't believe that you would come here of your own accord.
My own curiosity? My own curiosity is the primary reason I am here.
Why are you investigating Kingsman?
Kingsman, that was the Duke who was killed.
Yeah, in the square there. Yep.
His body left unceremoniously in the fountain.
Which you said the symbol was on?
Nary a wound
Yes.
on it, I hear, too, right?
Yes. No oddities except for your symbol stamped directly on his chest.
Yes, I heard of that rumor.
That causes pain, didn't it?
It did. I did some testing. And
Testing?
Yeah.
What sort of testing?
I dabble
In?
in alchemy.
I see.
I was going to pick you for a tattoo artist.
Yeah.
I
could.
don't have much use in alchemical processes or poisons, so again, I was framed.
Well, all right.
Well, I believe you.
But I ask again, who sent you here?
I look to these guys and say, I am of no loyalty to the person who sent us here, so I would just like...
Did you say that?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, then you should have no problem telling me.
Indeed not. So I was just throwing that out there before I say anything. You have an admirer who would very much like to join your court.
Who was that? She's just like waiting.
Perhaps a goblin, Ezra Devant.
Ezra Devant. So that is why you're here.
I'm still deflecting at that whenever she looks.
He fears me overtaking his, shall we say, with a bit tongue business practices of which he is not a businessman. In fact, and she starts to get really cold, he has stolen something from me.
Truly.
And has sought to get me to obtain it from him, the little weasel. So I see now why you are here.
It's actually twofold. So, one is he had interest in finding out what was going down. The other is we have interest in Duke Kingsman's death, which had your stamp on it.
As I have explained to you
I get it.
before,
I get it.
I was framed.
You were framed. And
However, I can help you
that's what an
for a
investigation
price
is. All right.
and a favor. The little rat, Ezra,
Mm-hmm.
has taken from me a source of power that I prized and hidden it away in a, I imagine, infested dunghill, and I would like you to obtain this for me. Upon obtaining this item, I will tell you who killed Kingsman, because with this item I can see that.
Why wouldn't you tell us that anyway if you're being framed?
Because I don't
She needs
know.
it to
She
find.
doesn't know. She needs the
I need
item.
to scry with
Oh.
the item that
I was-
little rat took from me
I was tracking.
and seeks to tempt me into his rat-filled prison, which I will not go to, nor will I send any of my devoted
I'm
followers.
starting to think you should probably tell the goblin no.
What is this item?
No to what?
His his advances.
It is a glass orb. That is all you need to know.
I was saying no the whole time.
I thought you were just playing hard to get.
And this glass orb is where? That you know of?
He hides it in a crypt.
Great.
Though I wouldn't imagine that he filled the crypt with undead. But it sits in a church in the Petal District. Again, he thinks that they will bring me into their... I do miss this item. Bring me it, and I shall give you the information you seek, and perhaps we can develop a future relationship. She looks most expectingly at you.
I would hope so, since the deal seems to be we do this task for you, which ultimately clears your name.
Oh, my sweet boy, I do not need you to clear my name. I seek only your acceptance, and that is why I will give you the information. She smiles again and winks at you.
He hides things in a church in the Petal District.
You don't know Ezra. He has a, shall we say, sick sense of humor.
So right under your nose, basically.
Right next to my house. It is the Church of Roses, a church which I did not found, but he named after me. Quite an insult.
To which god or gods is it dedicated?
It has no affiliation. It's Ezra. I don't even believe they hold church there at all, or any sort of worship service. He's a scummy goblin, and if he hit on you, like Kale said, I would ignore those passes, and she laughs.
What's your thoughts on taking him in to keep your enemies closer?
I do not wish to have a goblin within my court.
Certainly understandable.
And she points around and, do you see any?
No.
And you never shall.
Sure, I'm up for it.
Well, I won't be the one to tell the lady no.
Once you are finished, meet me here. It's in the Coins District.
I'm familiar with it.
I thought you might be, O follower of Caden.
I'll just drink. Questions get me in trouble.
Well, shall we meet?
Are there any other festivities in the party that we should stay around to attend?
Just the magician's fireworks later if you wish to see them, but I think I shall retire for the evening.
Very well.
Night.
She gets up and she walks away with a very elegant strut, but something is obviously... Either she's just trying to be super sexy or something's wrong with her walk. How's that?
All right.
What is wrong with this ale?
It's not good.
As these guys start talking, I will actually fade back from them and follow her down the hallway.
Okay.
You need to work on yourself.
It's like somebody took a bunch of flower petals and dumped in the mix as it was brewing.
Yeah. It's not the best I've had. You know, it's from the best place.
This place is awful. Can we never come here again, please?
So
She
can I ask
turns
the
to you and says,
As we're out of
something
earshot,
else, Micah?
as we're out of earshot, I will, make my presence known, or she'll turn around and, yes, I have one more thing I would like to ask of you, my lady. Are you familiar with a gentleman named Corbin?
Corbin?
He is one of
I forgot about Corbin.
he is one of
So did I.
he is one of
He just stayed in
Crichton's-
the courtyard.
He's one of Crichton's people.
I've heard Crichton took in a scamp from the north, but I don't know of this person. Why? Does he have to do with this business?
I would like to forego any payment that you might have for us in any of our dealings going forward, or any information you can give me on this Crichton.
Crichton?
Or not Crichton, Corbin.
Corbin?
So,
I shall
No.
consider your
This
offer.
This is for
and
my
can't hear what you're
shares,
saying.
not my
I'm saying that's
compatriots.
my
But
If you bring me the orb which I seek, I can put feelers out on
I will
Corbin
bring you
anytime.
the orb.
This Corbin? Very well.
But I would like to know everything about this man.
Okay.
While you're doing that, I asked you guys, I said, okay, am I nuts that the church is right next door?
Why her house, not to here. This is a place she rented for
Yes.
the party.
Oh, okay. I thought it was right. I'm like, why do we need to go meet her
But
to
now
go
we know where
back to
her
that
house
place?
is.
Okay.
High five.
Why do we have to go meet her? Why don't we just go there now?
High five. Because you're 3 feet tall.
4 feet. Here.
And I'll make my way back to these guys if they're still
Okay.
Right.
talking in a circle.
Yep.
I think we go and investigate this
Before we meet?
after we get rid of
Yeah.
this.
Before we meet her and after, get out of this, get up, and get a good beer.
Well, she said to meet her after we've acquired the orb, so
Well, then let's go get this orb.
Where does she want to meet?
a tavern.
Oh.
Good taste.
Uh-huh.
Okay. That sounds like a good idea. Yeah, let's get out of here.
I'm gonna walk back through the party. I'm gonna escort Mistress Tukes through the party, though. Like we're done here. Just in case we ever have
Thank
to
you
adopt
for
this
that.
persona again.
Yeah, I better not steal anything from anybody then, just in case.
I follow.
As you're exiting out of the doorway, out of the courtyard area, Mistress Tukes, the elf comes. About that dinner?
Yes, I think that I would love to. I also think we would love to.
Very, very well. Let's say in a week's time.
Yes.
Very well, very well. You get an address. His name is Alondra.
I'll look for your invitation in the mail. I must hurry now. Thank you.
Where should I send the invitation?
Oh, where are we having mail sent these days?
You know, in about that time, we do have that event at the Church of Caden. We can have it sent there. We can pick it up from
Oh,
there.
yes.
Is that in Eastgate?
I believe that's what that district is called. Yes, Eastgate. Yes.
Very well. I will see that it gets there.
I so look forward to our evening.
I've walked past.
She walks away.
As we leave, are the guards still up front?
She or he? Who walks away?
It was he. It was the
He, sorry,
elf
the
is
elf
a he,
walks
yeah.
away.
As
Sorry,
we're,
I said he, she, whatever.
as we're leaving the party,
It's a problem.
I'll look at the guy and just start tearing off my robes and thanks for the party, dude. Throw him the robe.
He looks at you disgusted. Riff-raff.
I will walk by and give him an elven goodbye, and
I trust your business was good.
hopefully we'll see if it pans out.
Well, good luck to you.
Thank you. And to you. And I will head down to the bottom of
I
the
gotta
stairs.
So as we're walking past, I'm like, It's a good thing that the maiden said she is getting better security for next time as we're walking out past those guys.
Harsh.
As you see the.
As you two walk out right.
Why did you tell me to accept that invitation? I mean, I know about a lot of things, but I don't know anything about investments.
No, but there was a reason. Free food, 1. And 2, if the maiden is not responsible for Kingsman's death, we will need ears in the noble houses to find out who is. And that just keeps that door open.
So
Let's hope a lot can happen in a week, because I really don't want to go to that guy's house.
I was really hoping we could find some dwarves to invite us. The best ale. The best.
There weren't any dwarves there.
I know.
Are we ready to?
No accounting for taste.
Are we ready to go to this Church of the Rose?
I need
Right
to
now?
return home and gather my gear first.
Are we going to do it tonight, or we can wait till tomorrow if you?
I'm ready to go tonight.
Let's go.
Corbin tags along at the back end of your party.
Out of character, weren't we supposed to give the clothes back at some point?
Do we care? Oh, that's out of character.
So I'm going to go back and hang the clothes back up,
Obviously,
and then I'm going to spend.
You go back where?
To the church.
Okay.
I need to get the rest of my gear. I left my shield and my
Okay.
adventuring gear there, and I'm going to spend a few minutes working on etching some runes into my blade. Because you said we leveled up, right?
Yes.
What you do?
I'll go back to the
I
dragon
got a class feat, and I put holy symbols of Caden, which I can only imagine are like little stick drawings of beer mugs down my blade, and it gives it +1 damage.
Nice.
Sick. That's awesome.
I'll go back to my room,
I learned a new spell.
put all these clothes
Yeah?
away,
Very timely.
and I will brew some
Just
concoctions for a little
Nice.
Okay.
while. Before we leave, come find me at the Dragon Wing Inn when you guys are ready.
Okay. Do we, since we leveled up in the middle of the day, do we not get our extra spells?
You do.
or anything?
You get everything because we should have leveled up
Okay.
the session
night before.
prior. Yeah.
And did she say he did not put undead in there? Well, I would have.
She doesn't suspect that there was undead in there as it's a church.
Okay. I'll just do this.
Well, there must have been a reason why she wouldn't go in there.
So I thought I got a pretty good read on her. And it seems like she was telling the truth that she got set up, but there's still something off about her. I couldn't quite put my finger on it.
Well, yes, her dress was like a size too large.
Well, besides that, just
Honestly, you don't think that's unusual? She's a noble woman.
yeah, it should have been form fitting.
You think she'd afford?
Well, so you think she's trying to hide something?
Or that whatever she was appearing to us as there isn't how she actually looks.
When I kissed her hand, was it warm, cold?
Warm.
Good call.
Yeah, I'm ready to go whenever you are.
Yeah, so after I get my blade done, I read.
She was awfully pretty.
She was very pretty, and meet up with them.
Unnaturally so.
I don't know if I go that far. Absalon does see a fair number of people come through here, and we'd like to think we keep the pretty ones.
Keep the charismatic ones. Got me to convert.
So I come down with some stuff. I've got studded leather on, and my
You guys meet. You leave the church.
Yeah.
my lab jacket.
Yeah,
over.
we go back and
You don't. You never see Crichton. Corbin meets you at the door. You're going tonight.
As soon as this matter is put to rest, the sooner I can rest.
Do you require my aid? You guys, all three of you went to the church, right?
Yep.
Or did you go back
Well,
to the inn?
Well, I wanted to go change out of the fancy clothes
Okay.
and into my more utilitarian
nice.
robes.
Which is at the end.
Yeah, I was
Five
again.
ways versus 4.
You say that out loud?
We were at the
No.
end together,
Just-
Yeah.
right?
okay.
Yeah.
So I'll
Do you have
escort her
anything-
back.
So it's just us there with Corbin. Then.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you want to go?
If you feel you need me.
This is just going to turn in circles all night.
It is.
If you want,
but
if you want
again,
to come along, then come along. If you don't,
I'm
want to
at
come
your
along,
disposal.
then stay here. It's the choice is yours, not mine.
Then I will go.
Okay. I want you to stay. No, I'm kidding.
I don't want to cut.
Ah,
He reads your facial expression.
and I laugh.
I'm not here for that business.
Oh yeah, your blades are perfectly good.
I just think that we need to get done with this, and because afterwards, meet at a tavern.
Agreed. And I kind of want to give the goblin a little taste of his own medicine, to be honest with you.
I'm just thinking of how our paths have intersected with this Ezra so far.
He was at the
So,
tomb. Or,
He sent Aaron to the tomb, which was obviously a very dangerous place. Much too dangerous for Aaron.
and how did that little boy know not to cast magic in there? Someone had to tell him. Because he probably didn't figure it out.
Do you really think he has magic to worry about him casting anything?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think Aaron can read a normal book, let alone a spell book. But he was looting that tomb for his master.
Right. And the only reason I said that because he said specifically, why did you cast a spell? Because he knew that triggered that skeleton. That's what I said. There's something with him too. There's a lot more with, and I can't believe I let my guard down enough to get taken by him. Obviously, he wasn't serious about it, but
It's an interesting situation we're in.
very. So it seems like to me, it's like who's got the better game? Who's going to win the chess match between her, the maiden, and Ezra?
So
Just
when
make
you
sure we're
come
not
down,
alone on that board.
I'm sitting at the
Mhm.
table. I've got a frothy beer sitting in the middle of the table.
He's
That was
like,
quick
"Oh,
work. I didn't
And
think it'd take me that long to change.
no, I have a present for our friend Micah. So, as I sit back,
What is it?
something of my own design.
You're not gonna hurt him.
No, that would be very counterintuitive
Oh,
to.
well, I mean, just the way you said it, you didn't want. I want one too. Then, no, I'm just kidding. When we get to that, when we find this thing, whatever it is, which we never asked specifically what it was,
It was a
the
glass
scrying
orb.
device. Oh, she did say
That's
glass
all
orb.
she would tell us. She said,
I would like to try to use it before we give it to her.
"I'm certainly
Or-
okay with that."
Try to find some way to use it.
There was nothing, no mention in her directions about whether or not we could use the item. If
Right.
it was in fact a,
Mhm.
I got to assume it's not just a glass orb. It's probably some sort of magical endeavor.
Well, you know, people who are capable of magic often use glass orbs to cast their spells.
A focus.
So I'm not entirely sure that I would be able to do the same thing that she can do, but if it has its own unique properties, I would like to try to use it to see who killed Kingsman
my
before
thought.
she gets to.
My thought is it could be one of two things. It could be magic crystal ball
Mhm.
sort of thing. Mystics use it. I have nothing. No care for that. But it also could be somebody else's glass orb. That's why she wants it for scrying, because she can use it to scry on the person that she assumes that
Okay.
is the killer.
Well, she said she doesn't know who.
Right. So yeah, so it probably could be the crystal ball aspect and the spell focus thing.
Either way, I'd like a chance to be able to explore options before we just run off and give it to her.
I'm okay with
I
that.
don't entirely trust her.
I don't trust anybody. So
Good plan. Well, let's be off.
well, let's have some because they were coming here. So
Oh, they're meeting us here?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Because this is on the way to the...
Mhm.
So I'll order some...
Because you're going back to the
food as
pedal
well.
district, yep.
Might as well
Okay.
eat before we go delving into a deep
I'm
dark
nice and
tomb.
full, but I will definitely take a beer.
I didn't eat much at the party, so...
I eat when I'm uncomfortable.
I like that the rest of them are staying at the tavern.
Are you
Before we go.
are you uncomfortable?
No, I was then.
Oh,
At
at
the
the party.
Yeah, I ate a bunch of those leaf things.
You shouldn't be uncomfortable around people. They are merely a means to an end.
Oh, well, I just felt so weird. Like, I mean, I've been in situations where I've had to talk to a lot of people, and that doesn't make me uncomfortable. But I felt like such a sham. Like, everybody was so uptight, and it was weird. Like, I had to talk about stuff I didn't know about.
Most people don't even hear when people are talking at a party like that. So you saw an example of it when the elf didn't pay attention to what the gnome's name even was. So
Isn't that super rude?
You guys walk into the inn.
Okay.
yeah, join us. We have some food and we'll eat.
Let's have a beer before we go.
Now that I'll do.
I'll motion to the beer in the center of the table.
That looks an interesting mixture of inviting and ominous. A single beer in the middle of the table.
It's something of my own design I brewed up to have you.
You brew?
I do.
You brew alcohol.
I do. I brew all sorts of things.
It's not laundry detergent, is
You
it?
assured me it wouldn't hurt you.
No,
What would
please.
you know about laundry detergent?
I would love for
Plenty.
you
It's part of my chores at the church are to do the laundry.
to. I would love for you to sample it and let me know your thoughts.
Certainly. I'm going to take a drink.
Okay. The flask of foaming beer grants courage, and for the next hour,
So it's beer.
for the next hour after drinking this concoction, you gain the item bonus of will saves, and which is greater than attempting will saves against fear. So, will saves in general, you get a +1.
Puts me in double digits.
Against fear, +2.
Okay.
Nice.
That's good.
Sweet.
How's it taste?
It's much better than what we just had.
Good.
And by just had, I mean not at the temple, but at the...
Yeah.
Of course.
Someone with a sad face.
I'll have some more for you another time.
Oh, that's all right. It's for Micah. I get it. That's okay.
I'll never understand your fascination with the drink.
Oh, you brought Corbin.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
we brought Corbin.
It has
I smell
nothing and everything to do with religion.
I've stayed at the church a long time. I still don't understand it.
Why do you stay there if you don't understand it?
I have my reasons.
Maybe we should go
Go.
on our value.
Let's go.
To find the orb.
Yes, let's go. And I stand up.
As you were saying, though, that drink at the manor house.
That's
No wonder those people make that face.
I actually don't know why they actually brewed the beer. They should have stuck to their wine.
The wine was quite good.
Maybe I should have tried that instead.
It's a drink.
There's occasions to drink.
Yeah.
Like you're out of beer.
Oh, I have so much to learn. Okay, get that, get that. Yep.
Off we go to the pedal
Okay.
district.
You run into no issues. You come to the church. Her house is very obviously next to it. It's massively built and somewhere near as big as the manor she stays at, but it's very elegant and it's well lit. And the church is actually dark. There's no lights on, what seems to be lights on, or anything of the sort. It
Before we
looks
actually get
almost
there,
deserted. Yeah.
before we actually get there, perhaps we should not go in through the front door. If this is indeed a thumb in her eye, perhaps he's got it under surveillance by his witless accomplices and maybe Aaron with 2 A's.
Well, here's the thing, is that I'm pretty sure that when we went, I'm making an assumption, when we went to the tomb where we met you, I'm pretty sure Aaron's the one that set the trap there, because that was pretty obviously a thief's type of trap. So I would no less expect that. Front door, back door, anyway.
Indeed.
I look down at the fact that I'm wearing chainmail and carrying a shield, and I'm like,
I just mean, no, let's not go in through the front door. Let's see if there's a back.
I'm sorry, I have a breastplate. I have a lot of metal armor on, and
How large of a church are we looking at?
It's sizable. No Caden Church. It's not that big by any means, but it's obviously a church. It has, 4 steeples and a very elegant front door. That's very welcoming. It looks like a church. Though there doesn't seem to be any symbols carved in the wall like you see at some churches that are dedicated to gods. It does seem to be kind of non-denominational.
Big stainless steel glass of a rose somewhere.
There's no roses actually on it at all. Yeah.
is it any lights in the church?
Doesn't seem to be. The windows are dark.
It's getting dark. We're not.
It's
Well,
pushing dusk at the
I'm turning my
moment.
light on then.
Okay.
Tap my shield.
Shields glow. Nobody seems to be out and about on the street.
Is that odd?
You're not sure.
It's
the
the
pedal
party's still
district.
going on at the manor.
Party's still
though.
going on at the manor.
So I would imagine most of them are still there.
I'll take a quick cruise around the perimeter, see if there's another entrance.
There's other doors, yes. There are 2, one on the side and one in the back.
Do you know who we never ran into at the party? The stupor dude.
Lord Stupor.
No, you did not.
Maybe he's not part of the demon court.
Indeed.
Shall we pair off? Or are we each going?
I'll come back and say
went
there's a
so-
side and a back door.
How
Oh,
big is this
gotcha.
building?
It's quite large. 5,000 square feet. I don't know if that helps
That's
you.
big.
It's big. But it's no, like, the church you live in is ginormous.
Where does that fall on the square footage scale?
Ginormous? Like 30,000.
Mega church.
Mega church with high ceilings. This one is just as tall as her house, but has a lot of, like,
A lot of golden
floor
beer.
plan.
Say the
Yeah.
door.
My church also has a brewery attached to it.
Yes, it
so
does.
There's that.
A lot of golden beer.
I assume you do the side door.
Side door?
Sure.
It's not the front, it's not the back.
Is that your professional opinion?
No,
All right.
it's just an opinion.
Let's hit the side door.
I'll wander that way.
Random thought.
I just kind of.
I'll check the door.
It's locked.
Should we just check the doors, see if any of them are unlocked?
You read my mind. Yes.
I'll go back and check the front.
I'll
You check the back. We'll meet back here.
Sounds good.
Okay. Which one do you check?
Back.
Guess I'll hang out here.
Check the back door.
I'll hang
It's
with you.
locked.
I check the front door.
It's open.
I walk back to the side of the building. Strangely, the front doors to the church are unlocked.
Strangely, how about that?
So,
It's a church.
the,
People are welcome.
then why would they lock this back in the side door?
Because they may lead to, like, the caretakers or priest personal quarters.
So the
An
lady
inn has the
said
front door
she
open.
doesn't even think that they use this church
Right.
as a real church.
We can still investigate the front.
Okay.
I'm saying an inn has an unlocked front door, but the back door is locked.
I'm just leery that it's under observation.
It seems like that, like if you're going to control an entrance that someone goes in, they're going to leave the one you want them to go in.
Especially if it's a fake
Unlocked?
front. Traps, the
The
like.
building's not that big.
This is literally just a thumb in her eye. So,
According to her.
according to her.
Well, how about this?
I'm having a hard time believing either side, which, I mean, I kind of like the goblin.
I like
He
a
was
fun house.
really
I'll go to the
charismatic.
front. And I'll open the door.
If he's walking to the front, I'll follow him.
Okay. Are we being serious just then? Okay. Sorry.
It's all in character.
He's
Corbin's laughing.
dead serious.
Okay.
Look
You
around.
walk in with him. It's dark.
I open the door.
He
and
opens the
look.
door. I'm standing
Yeah.
behind him with my shield, so
Yeah.
there's
And I
light shed.
look.
There's pews. Like you open right up into the cathedral, whatever, the sanctuary. There's pews that go and there's a big stand in the front.
I'm looking for not that. I'm
Right.
looking for traps.
Roll.
22.
You find no traps.
That'd be a pretty crummy church to walk in and hit a tripwire.
Yes, it would.
I'll
It's not
walk in.
supposed to be a real church.
Yeah. So you see pews that's very elegantly created and done. Inside, there are roses all along the wall. Every pew is carved with a rose in the back of it. At the very, very front, with all of the symbols of, you have no idea what there is, the hand is printed on the back wall.
The symbol that was
The
tattooed.
upside down hand, yeah.
Hmm.
So that's very interesting to you. You have no idea why, but it is very obvious. On both sides of it, there are roses, very intricately carved and 3D.
So the hand is carved?
Eschew. The hand is carved
Okay.
into a wood outlay of the wall.
That's odd.
It's like
It's just a name. It just doesn't mean anything. As I say that sarcastically as I walk further in.
Right. As we're walking down to, I'm looking at the pews, looking if there's anything interesting about them. Anything like if one looks different than the others in any kind of way. Like if there's like a different number of roses on them or anything like that.
No, not that you can see.
Is there sides, front, then sidewalk? I'll go off to the side.
Yeah.
Following Micah.
You don't notice anything. You know how churches are built. There's tombs underneath the ground, like she explained to you in like what would be the basement, if you will. And then you see doors off to the sides that are offices, perhaps, or something of the sort.
I'll make my way down the center.
Okay.
Looking as I walk.
Seems dusty. Doesn't seem like anybody's been there for a long time, and it's quite obvious.
I'll walk right up to that plaque.
I'll catch up to you.
Okay.
I look around for Tukes.
I'm making my way to the in the back of the church, like along the left, running my finger across the bench, noticing the dust.
Yep. And you leave a trail.
Yeah, and just walk up to the front.
Okay. Corbin
On the
follows you.
left side.
I'll join you.
So,
Well, how about that?
now she said that this was her symbol, but it's in this church as well.
Yep.
Now, is this mocking her or trying to gain her favor?
You know?
Was it even actually built by Ezra?
Seems like it's a pretty clear, look at, I know who you are, or
How big is the plaque?
It's about 5 feet high and 5 feet wide. Yeah, it's big. It's like the most
Wow.
noticeable sign in the
And it's
entire
surrounded by
church
carving
of roses.
How
And the
does it look if
roses
it's attached
have-
to the wall. Like, is it just
So there's like a stone wall, and then there is like a wood outlay from the wall that goes all the way up the wall, and this is carved into the wood, and then the roses are actually made out of wood, and they're 3D out of the wood. They're just intricately carved and just really beautiful.
Okay.
It's
So,
very elegantly done.
Could we
Right.
move it? Could we see there's something hidden behind it?
No, it's attached to the wall. You can try to move it, but there's no like space. It's like
Pushed up against the wall.
pushed up against the wall. It's like part of the wall, but it's wood so that they could do this design.
I assume there's doors towards the.
There's doors
The
on each
altar
side,
side.
of the altar.
And I'll
Yeah, just
head
like a
toward-
normal
About
church.
how much of this building does this room take up?
Probably about 3/4 of it.
I'll head to the right-hand door.
Okay, it's locked.
Okay, take a look at this with me. See if there's anything, compartments, a door here.
Sure. Yeah.
So it seems this symbol for some reason just
Yeah, I agree.
Makes me suspicious.
I will check.
Can I assist him in checking? How does that work? How does assisting work in this game? There is an aid another action.
Because I know somewhere it's a +2 or sometimes it could be a +4 depending on.
Right. Or I can screw you up if I roll really bad. Too, I have a decent perception.
I'll test the door that's on the left side as I walk by.
Aid another.
It's locked.
There we go. Basic action grants a bonus to an ally's skill check or attack roll. That helps. Choose your own adventure time. Let's go to
Bonus
the
+2.
But I believe
They're all the same.
They seem to be.
I get a roll. You try to help your ally with the task. Use the reaction. You must first prepare to help. Typical DC is 20.
To aid somebody?
To aid somebody.
How do they put it that high?
So
it never changes as you level up.
Yeah, but what is their bonus?
We'll try it.
Bonus on what?
So what happens if you don't make the...
Or is it just a straight D20?
On a critical failure, you get a -1 circumstance penalty.
Okay.
On a success, I give you +1, and on a critical success, I give you +2.
So is there a bonus from it? Like
+1, -1, +2.
I got a 23.
Nice.
Sweet.
But it's 20, so you get 1 success, so +1.
Okay. Hopefully, I got a 12, 13, so 14.
You don't notice anything? There's no secret doors or anything that you can find?
You should have this time.
Hey, Riker.
Yeah.
Why don't you put some of those sweet skills to this door here? See if you can notice the lock.
That's why. My attention's being pulled in many different directions.
I waited until you were done. And then after a minute of you going...
Wait till I look frustrated.
Hey, come on over here. Check this door out.
Stop staring at the wall and unlock the door.
16.
You unlock it.
I'll go back to... Yeah,
The door clicks open.
I go back to...
I made my way around over to that side by that point.
Tapping on the wood. Does it sound hollow behind it?
No.
Okay.
Sounds solid.
I'll open the door.
Screams.
I kind of want to burn it.
It just screams that there should be like a secret passage to some diabolical layer here.
It's probably nothing.
I'll give it a big push. I'll give it a big push.
Roll strength. Just for fun.
6.
It pushes back.
Ow!
No,
Okay.
it doesn't move.
Doesn't yield at all.
It's solid.
It starts coming off the wall.
I
Oh
know.
no, oh no.
I don't smash my shoulder and my body into bits and pieces.
What's in the room on the right?
It's like an office. It's quite a large office. It's got a window out to the side of the church. It's like a stained glass window. It's a rose in stained glass. And it's got a desk, and there's some candles sitting on. But again,
I'll start perusing through the desk.
There's no papers in it. Nothing. There's nothing in it.
No quill. Not even
nothing. It's
nothing.
So you went to the left, right?
I went to the right.
He went to
You
the
went
right.
to the right. Okay.
Any bookshelves, anything,
Nope, there's just a
anything
desk
denoting
and
an
a desk.
actual like
Look to the
God
left.
gets worshipped here. Any religion?
No, that's what's so weird.
anything.
I
Doesn't
chuckle.
seem like it at
Yeah.
all.
This
Yeah.
is clearly some sort of thing.
It
But I find
Maybe
it.
Worship
the
of the
roses move
rose,
onto the hand.
like
I find it hard to believe.
What'd you say?
We go back to the roses, I guess. I've seen if any of the roses move.
I'm like, maybe the roses cross over to the hand.
No.
I'm just standing there. Just
You can bend them. They don't. You can touch them when they're 3D, but they don't.
I lean out.
They're
Hey,
like stuck to the wood.
you should go look at that other door.
Your monkey.
And I go back in.
After he goes back in the room, we should go look at that other.
Okay, fine.
So,
Is this one locked too? Is that where you were standing?
no, I went in the
She
other
went-
one that
she
you
went
Is it
around.
left hand door? Is it locked?
Yes.
27.
Opens with ease.
This should be where
Oh, sorry,
this should be
25.
where the outside door is down this wall
Yes.
somewhere, right?
It is an open room. It is completely empty. There is a door,
Going
which
to
you
outside.
suspect goes to the
Goes,
outside.
goes outside. Is there any other windows? Any other doors?
There are
any
no
hallways,
windows in
nothing?
this room.
Just an empty room.
And it's empty. There's nothing in here.
Does it look clean?
No, it's dusty.
I look for in the dust for traces of like people moving crates or bags or anything.
You see nothing. You don't even have to roll. There is just an obvious layer of dust.
So obviously that's a side door that I looked at.
Yeah,
Maybe
you
we
can
should
easily
just
tell
go
it's
down
outside.
into the.
So where the
Well, we
hell's
don't know where the
back door?
crypt is.
So let's go over
He
back
does.
over there.
Oh.
Who knows where what is now?
The stairway to the basement. I mean, they're built the same in every church.
Oh, where's the stairway?
I missed that.
Yeah, you guys haven't got to it yet. It's on the far right-hand side of the room. You would know exactly where it is. I thought you were just...
It was in the main church?
There is an entryway down, yes.
Okay, well, let's go back over to where they are.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, sorry. I thought that wasn't obvious. You know that. I figured you were checking out the rest of the church before you went there.
Got it.
You
Which
know
we
exactly
would.
where the basement would be because it's kind of built. It's similarly in every church.
So walking over to it, I'm still eyeing that symbol. You're right. There is something there. Just damn it. Go to their room, see where they are at. Okay, where's the back door?
You don't see it.
There's always one surefire way to find it.
Go to the back door.
Go to the back door and go in it.
Through that damn symbol. I know it. Right there.
Well, you go find out. We'll wait in here and listen.
No.
No.
Literally, you can take me. I'll obsess about it. Let's just move on.
No, we should find out
No,
what's in that room
You
first.
should go
We should
outside
go
the
find out
building.
what's...
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll go with you.
Okay. Good.
And we'll wait in here and listen to see if we can hear you guys from in here.
Yes. Listen for the blood curdling scream.
Of whatever foe we find.
I shall wait with these.
Sensible people.
Yes.
Indeed.
I'm going back.
Back door?
Yep.
Okay.
I want this time. 11.
It does not open.
This is a tough lock. They definitely don't want me getting back here.
It is a different lock than the inside doors.
I mean, looking for something valuable.
I think I just have to wait 10 minutes to try again.
Mm-hmm.
I'll walk over to
5 minutes goes by and we're like, maybe we should
Maybe they did die.
That's cool. I wasn't doing anything. That's
Oh, sorry.
I walk over to the stained glass window and tap on it.
The rose
The
one.
one on the side?
Yep.
Okay. It's too high for you to reach.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the building's tall.
Oh, that's right. We had to go
Yeah,
over the
yeah,
steps to get here. Well, I'll walk back around and let them know. So the back door is secured a little better. It's going to take a little more time to get through. But that does kind of ask the question, if you're going to hide something valuable, would it be behind the best locked door you have?
Or a secret room behind the metal
They're
flag.
He's not here.
Magic.
Don't.
Oh, okay.
What's that?
When they're going to detect
Don't,
magic.
and don't
Okay.
get him started.
You sense that the door is magical.
I share his thing on this. Like, I just said that symbol is a mystery and what it did to you.
Door. Whole door.
The whole door.
Well, this is just a metal engraving, right?
Wood.
Arcana.
A wood
Try to
engraving. I
determine
thought it
if
was a
it's-
plaque.
Try to determine if
A
it's a
wood
trap.
plaque. Gotcha.
If it's a door.
Okay,
it's
what does it do? An Arcana check, does it give you...
Identify.
Oh, it's like the same thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
13.
Your dice rolls today are spectacular.
You can't tell... It is magical. You can't tell what the magic is, but you do know that it is not evil. It is good.
Okay.
It feels very religious with your newfound faith that you are going down in your path.
Alright. I will work my way back while these. Yeah.
Not to do with Caden, but it feels good.
Okay.
While we wait, I'll close my eyes, focus myself, and then open my eyes and look for magic.
What's that?
Yeah, I can detect magic. It's part of my ability from my ancestry.
Okay.
Seer.
What's the range?
30
It's just a
feet.
magic
30 feet,
cantrip.
right?
It's a
Yeah.
detect magic cantrip. Basically.
Oh, that's what it
At
is.
will.
Okay.
We
Yeah, you
have
don't.
it.
You don't see any. You don't sense any magic here.
I'll walk through the back rooms and look around.
Okay.
See if there's any magical
Nope.
inference.
Couple
What
minutes
about
later, I
if you
come
go
walking
stand
back
in
up.
front of that
See, I want her back over to you.
carving
The plaque. The plaque's not magical,
there.
correct?
No.
I didn't think so. Nope. Not.
Just wanted to make doubly sure.
As you're coming out, I'm coming back in. Yeah, I'll come here.
What's up?
All of us?
Yeah,
All right.
even please, Corbin, because you may have insight that I definitely don't have. So when we get back, I said, "Look, nice fancy lock, nice fancy door. It is magical. It is of good nature, from what I can figure out.
Is the door magical? The door or the lock magical?
The door emanates magic.
Fascinating.
It seems like it's good. Like it's not Caden, but it's There's nothing. Maybe it's keeping something. I can try again. I just thought that was interesting.
With my detection in Arcana check, can I roll to see what I can discern from it? Maybe I can figure something better. That's going to be a 26.
The magic emanating from the door is good.
Right, but what kind of magic is it?
It is abjuration.
Oh,
It's protection.
it's protection magic.
You know, right now I think we just leave it as is.
I got nothing to get against it.
My gut's telling me to.
Okay. It could be many things. It could be they hired a priest of a good god to protect this. It could be holding something very evil in as well.
It could be many. I think.
How do we know the item that we're not looking for
Isn't in there?
Right.
There you go. I'll buy you 2 beers, but I'll bet 2 beers. I bet it's in there.
She said it was in
just
the crypt,
turns and
though.
shakes his head and kind of chuckles.
What's that?
She said it was in the crypt, though.
Yeah.
Or do you think that was a ploy?
Well, maybe she doesn't know.
I'm thinking we're somebody's monkeys. I don't know who's yet, but
Oh, we are definitely.
Are there any
somebody's
windows in
monkey.
the back?
Not on the back wall, none.
Maybe we should just go check the crypt and then, put a pin in this door for now.
I'm
Come
good
back
with
to
that.
it.
Micah?
I reach in my coat.
I have my
Door.
hesitation about that. But I'm willing to go along with it.
Hesitation about what?
Checking the crypt first.
Okay.
Maybe there's
What
What
is,
is,
Yeah.
what is
if-
your keen insight say?
What if the crypt is the lure and they're trapped or alarmed? We go down there and then they know to rush here and take the item out of this room.
Good point.
I don't like not knowing.
I try again.
So
Okay.
you got this. No, you don't got this.
16.
A little better.
The door does not open, and roll an acrobatics check.
Uh-oh.
Is that to avoid something with the trap?
Yep.
Okay, get it +1. I'm gonna need it.
Oh!
11.
So as you try to pick the lock on this door, light emanates from the lock in a blazing glare, and everybody's kind of like steps back, and you get hit with it, and you have blind condition for 5 minutes.
Are you okay?
Besides not being able to see, sure. Wonderful. Ah! Too much distractions.
That's why you wear goggles.
Really?
Just saying. I put
Get
my
your own
goggles
door.
down.
Next time.
Safety first.
Safety first.
Well, there's a trap.
Let me just pick up your picks for you here off the ground.
Thank you. It's slowly getting better. It's a big dark blur I'm starting to see.
Grab his hand and put the lock picks back in his hand so he can feel the right foot on so he can hold on to him.
At least it wasn't Ark of the Covenant bad.
Yeah, right?
Face melting.
It was not Ark of the Covenant bad.
Okay. So, shall we...
I have nothing for opening doors or unlocking locks.
We could try to kick it in. Perhaps that's not the best idea.
Brute strength is not exactly my forte.
Chuckles it is.
You think it's a good idea to kick in the door?
A magical door?
No, not really.
There's not, but there isn't much traffic on the street tonight.
No, there's not.
Let me try one more time.
Okay. Definitely extend the professional courtesy.
It doesn't matter.
All right, quiet now. Quiet, everybody.
I'm gonna
26.
walk around the side of the building and just kind of like watch to make sure that no one's like, what's going on back there?
Okay. Yeah, you don't
Yeah, I have
see
my,
it.
Just
I have my
keep it
shield
on.
up and
Just
everything,
keep
and I
it
don't
on.
want to get blinded. So
Okay. The door clicks open.
I put my goggles down.
You open it?
I'm gonna check for see if it's trapped.
Okay.
The ledge.
There you go.
Nope, natural one.
Okay. You don't sense any traps.
I open it.
Okay.
I'm staying on the side of the building.
When you open it, the door has been like sealed, and so when you open it, it sucks air in from the outside, and that's it.
A vacuum.
And you see a long stairway leading down into dark nothingness.
I'm thinking your latter thought was correct.
Poke my head back around the building when I hear the vacuum seal.
Yep.
it's okay.
You got it.
I was right.
Where did those other stairs go then?
They go down.
Probably
I-
to a basement or a false crypt.
All right, let's.
Good call.
I'll cautiously go down.
We'll throw you a
first.
party later.
Okay.
I'm gonna be checking steps, so I'll be moving at half speed.
I appreciate that.
Okay. You kind of walk down the stairs. They're in pretty decent shape. They are, however, very dusty,
Well,
like
party
everything
otherwise.
else. And at the bottom of the stairs is a door.
Ah, our old foe, we meet again.
Oh, foe, easy.
Oh no.
Is
Is
it
it locked?
It is. It is locked.
Paranoid little goblin.
Check for traps.
Go ahead.
Lock first.
I hear goblins are especially devious with locks.
13, 21.
Do you sense that this door is trapped?
See the look across his face. What's wrong?
It's trapped.
How so?
I'm trying to figure that out. How do I know?
It is not a magical trap. What'd you roll?
21.
You sense that this door is trapped. Should we open it, something bad's going to happen. You're not exactly sure. It's not a tripwire, but you sense that there's something alchemical about what could happen if you open this door.
I sense there's some nasty. What you do might happen if I open this door.
Really? Well, that could be a great many things. And I will. Can I take a look?
Yep. Put your goggles down.
I put my goggles.
Like,
I put
his
the.
own life and forget about it?
I put my. What
That
is
was
it?
a way. You guys couldn't hear.
I'm gonna roll perception on that.
Okay.
That will be 17.
Okay.
All
Roll.
diplomacy
Yeah,
on that.
you're gonna roll secrecy or
Secrecy. Is there a skill for that?
no?
No, you
that's-
hear it.
Okay.
What did you say?
You heard whatever I said.
What did you say?
I said this door's gonna kill its own wife and then forget about it.
I cover my face.
I'll turn around.
I look away.
I show you exactly where it's at. It's right there. Trust me. Blinding light. Focus.
I will take a look at the trap.
Okay.
And
Do you have your goggles down?
I do.
Okay.
And I've got them zoomed
I
in.
step up back.
I'll stay within 15 feet to give him light.
Seems to be a poison flask within the lock. Should you open the door, it will break, or fail on a pick, it would break. You can tell it. You've built this before.
See right here?
Mhm.
No point.
How do I disarm it?
There's a triggering mechanism right there. If you could save the... You said acid? Or poison?
Poison.
If you could save the
It's
poison,
going to
that
be
would great.
gaseous. You can tell that.
I might want to...
Hard-
I could
hard to say
reverse
gas.
engineer that and perhaps make it later. So, if you could save it, that'd be great.
Oh, I would like to save it. Yeah.
And then I back up.
Goggles are still down.
Goggles still on, but I'm bringing back the...
Corbin backs up about 10 stairs when you hear poison.
I take a deep breath first,
Okay.
and I hold my breath.
Okay.
Just in case.
You've got this, buddy.
19.
You open the lock, but the vial breaks. A green gas fills the stairway.
I chuckle. Well, I guess you didn't save it.
Make a fortitude save. Cal, make a fortitude save.
I'm resistant.
I was about 15 feet up.
Okay.
So
I was hiding behind him.
Okay.
I actually have resistance
I
against
was
poison.
waiting for my
Yeah.
opportunity to say,
So-
I kind of like,
you take half damage.
I think you have to critically fail to
It's-
take anything. I think.
For it said it's half your level resist.
Okay.
So
you
one,
take
One.
one less damage.
Yeah.
and then I get a +1 on saving throws for his poison.
Okay.
7.
7? Really? Okay. You take
you're my hero tonight.
4 damage, and you are sickened.
Ooh, a condition.
18,
You say. You take no
then-
damage.
and then I actually come here. You're gagging and
Yes.
come here.
I'm
pop-
just not
Yeah,
moving.
that's exactly what it.
I
You
pop
feel like
a-
you want to gag.
I reach over to my bandolier and I pop a thing and it comes out. It's a small vial and I take a couple of other things and I shake it up. Here, drink that.
He will not.
Who?
He won't drink it.
Why not?
Because when you are sickened, you can't ingest any potion or liquid.
He's retching. He's like,
Yeah, it's part of the condition.
Well, let me see. Hang on. It might be. Let me see.
Maybe it's something you smell.
Well, that's what I'm checking.
Yeah, you don't want to ingest anything because you're like throwing up.
Yeah. Maybe just
Save the
smell.
damn fire, Lord.
Hang on.
Sure.
So what I was going to
Cut
say,
this up to yourself.
he's like backing up the steps, and I'm like, oh,
Oh.
just kind of like took myself behind
All
his
that beer
shield a
coming
little
right
bit,
back up.
peek around.
All that beer.
He looks
coming
really
right back up.
sick. You puke?
Isn't that what I'm doing?
If you can choose to.
what
yes.
level of sickened is he?
One. Just
Second
one.
one.
Oh, I'm not.
You take a status penalty equal to the value on all your.
Oh, yeah,
checks
I
and
could have read it to
DCs.
you, sorry.
can't
Is that what you
willingly
wanna do?
ingest anything, including elixirs and potions.
Then why would you make?
There's different types
Antidote.
of poisons.
Yeah,
that's why.
all
this
kinds
is
of
just
stuff.
one
This
that
is
has-
just sickened.
But
You
most
can spend a
most
single
poisons
action
make you sickened,
in a
right?
No.
You can spend a single action retching in an attempt to recover,
Yes.
which lets you immediately make
Okay.
a fortitude save against the DC of the
Go ahead.
effect.
Natural 20.
Then you pass.
You're okay.
You throw up. All the beer you drank, you're feeling really empty, but you feel better. And there is puke all over the ground. And it smells.
So it's
That
probably
beer-
too late to say we should try not to leave a trace that we were here.
Indeed.
Are you okay, my friend?
I am. And the door. I open the door.
Yeah, the door and the door opens.
That was nasty. Oh,
I go down the steps and I'm like standing on the bottom step, and I like look at you, puppy.
I grab her hands. I just lift her over the
Yeah.
over the puke spill.
Thank you.
Corbin steps over it, looking
Yeah.
disgusted.
I just look
it's
down.
nice
like,
big yellow.
Yeah, it's gross.
Such
and it
a-
smells really bad.
such a waste of alcohol. I'm like, I didn't even see you eat any olives.
It's a waste of good poison too.
Maybe you should have given me a little more insight.
I literally pointed at the triggering
Well,
mechanism.
maybe you should have done it.
Well, that's not my forte.
Well, now that we're past all the horrible parts of this, let's
Right.
find what we're here for.
Okay. When you walk
I
in,
do appreciate
there's a long hallway, and you'll really like this. In this hallway, right to your left, there's a door, And at the end of the hallway, there's a door. And that's all you see. The hallway's blank. There's nothing there. There's no light, but you got your shield going.
I'm going to look at the ground and see if I can tell if there's like traffic going to one of the doors more over the other.
No.
Is it
You don't
dusty?
see any footprints. It is dusty.
So it hasn't been used in a while.
Yeah.
Well, let's just hit the first door and we'll
So left or straight forward?
I would say the left is probably the first one we come across.
It's right. It's like
Wait, okay.
so you open this door, okay, and right to your left there's a door,
And then straight ahead there's a door.
and then straight down the hallway there's a door. It's about a 20-foot hallway.
If we were to take the left door and it continued straight, does that go under the maiden's house, or is that going the opposite direction?
It's going the opposite direction.
Interesting.
Just check it.
Check the door, please.
It'd be very convenient for a goblin to build a hallway under.
It doesn't seem to be locked.
I'll check it for traps.
I'm going to also check it for traps.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna walk further down the hall.
That's a good thing. I don't see anything.
You don't see any traps.
I go like this. Yeah, it looks good.
17.
You don't see any traps either.
Well, I'm not a trap maker. I don't see any suspicious looking wires or spikes or vials. So I'm just going to step back here about 10, 15 feet and
I'll open it.
The door opens and you see a stairway going up, wrapping around.
this way it leads back up to the
It's the up inside stairway.
Yeah, up inside.
But it wasn't locked.
What wasn't locked?
This door wasn't locked?
This door was not locked.
Curiouser and curiouser.
So why was the back door locked and this door locked?
So the door, okay, you didn't ask about that, so I won't tell you. The door on the floor to get down here, you did not test.
We didn't
Oh, we
check.
never looked at it. Okay.
I thought it was open stairway.
I thought it was an open
yeah,
stairway
no,
too.
oh, sorry. No, there's a, you know where it is, but it had a trap door over it
Oh,
to
okay.
get down into
That
I'm
makes
going to
more
wander
sense
up and see if it's locked.
it. Is.
Okay. Feel a little better about our decisions now.
Can you unlock it from this side?
You can try.
No, I mean, is there like a
Mhm.
a bolt that you can unlock? Do you want to unlock it? Or?
I'm going to look and see if there's anything weird about it.
How
Is it
so?
magically locked?
I'm looking for wires
by looking
or
really hard.
files or anything.
You just
crazy.
look really hard. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Did I
Perception.
have detect magic as a cantrip. I'll just. Is it a magic?
16.
You don't see any traps. It is magical, however.
magical.
Yes.
The door is magical.
And it emanates a similar magic to the back door.
Okay. So these doors are probably meant to keep. If this is a tomb, sometimes they're enchanted to keep the dead at rest.
Let's leave that locked then.
Yes, that way we have only
Only
one
one way
avenue
to
of
escape.
Well, that or it lets less people know we've been in here.
That is true. That is true. Because it's obvious so many people attend this church.
Right. But maybe we can clean up our back entrance here on our way out.
I
don't have
bathe
a
regularly,
freaking
sir.
lot.
I don't know about yourself.
Oh,
That.
prestidigitation. I clean up the vomit.
Ooh,
Sorry, I totally forgot I can do that.
that's a handy trick.
It was just really
Prestidigitation does what?
disgusting. It cleans up small messes.
It does? I thought it created stuff.
No, it
Okay.
can do a couple of different things.
Okay. The vomit disappears. Where do vanished objects go?
Often.
Hopefully that will.
That's a different spell.
Meat mug! Sweet!
Yeah.
The
Thanks for
subscription.
subbing.
Love it.
Tell your friends. Okay, head down the hallway to that other door.
Okay.
Yeah, wander down.
Yeah. I'll go first now.
You do your thing.
Check it for traps first. 12.
You don't see any traps.
It's
Okay.
the door.
Is
the
it
door-
locked? Is there a lock?
It is
built into
not
this door?
locked. This door is not locked. It does have like a turn. It does turn and shut.
All right. Well,
Wooden door, metal bands,
Wooden.
all wood.
All wood.
Okay.
It's got a rose on the door.
Maybe the rose has
Oh,
something.
rose on the door.
Yes.
I made
Goes to the middle, he pulls- Oh. Have we seen any other symbols?
Not on the doors, no. Not down here, and not through the walls.
Just open it. We're gonna anyways. Let's cut to the chase.
Lots of thoughts go in my mind right now. I'll just open it up.
All right. When you open the door, there is a hallway, and you see before you the first part of the far side.
Right here.
Yes, that's where you come in. And there is a door at the end of the hallway, and within we see, so I have picked models for everybody. Here's the gnome.
Oh, the gnome. Here's you.
So we're over
And
here.
the cleric, yes.
Should we switch our camera view?
hopefully.
Yeah, let's switch our camera view to combat, and we'll get started.
Cue combat music.
This is you for
I
now,
love this
because there's
movie.
not a gnome alchemist.
That's gnome. Oh.
Or elf. This might be cooler though. You pick between.
Yeah, I
this.
don't like that. I don't
That's
like
all there
that.
is. You pick.
I don't like this spot.
And then this
How
is
adorable
our
is
record.
You can hide behind me.
Right
Oh,
here.
thanks.
And then
These are unpainted. I thought no unpainted models on the table.
I broke the rules tonight because I didn't get them done, and that's Corbin.
Corbin.
Who's this?
That's me.
That's you.
It's because there's no alchemists.
And in the hallway there are.
Uh-oh.
Like in the hallway up here
Yes.
with us?
Yep.
What
It
this?
is. So it is a
Probably
what
that?
looks like a bear, though that model doesn't represent a bear.
Oh,
It's a really
Sorry about
skinny
that. It's a
bear.
really skinny bear.
Well, is it an
With
undead bear?
what you see as a goblin wielding a sword. And he screams at the bear in Goblinese.
What does he say?
Attack! Attack! Roll initiative.
He wants to make friends.
Wow.
oh, let's help him. Oh.
Perception based?
Yes.
18.
That's unfortunate.
So is it dark in here besides our light?
It is dark, yes, aside from your shield.
So there's-
Goblins can see pretty well in the dark.
So there are shadows though.
I have it.
Yes, but he's got shields.
I have a 30-foot bright light around me, buddy. It's like carrying a torch.
Then I'm just wondering just in case I want to try to hide,
Got it.
but probably not.
You start
So
walking
how are we
behind
set
me.
up? Who's in the front there?
Me.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I'm the one that-
Initiatives, Tukes.
9. I go super fast.
Micah.
Super fast.
18. Ooh.
I purposely went slow because I didn't want to go before you.
You wanted to wait and see how things played
Yeah,
out.
exactly.
Cal.
I'm 18 as well.
What's your dexterity?
My dexterity is
Bonus.
12.
Better than
Plus
mine.
1.
It's better.
Better than mine.
Really?
Riker.
19.
Show off.
Now, boys. It's not a competition.
What's your dexterity?
18.
The goblin will run into the room.
Goes this way?
Yeah, he opens the door,
There's a door here?
Yep.
Is that it?
and then he slams it shut.
Is it like a full wall or is it like a cave?
Just a door.
Like a gate?
No, it's like a door, like a real door.
So it's like there's like a wall here.
Right,
Yes.
that's
Oh,
what I
yes.
was-
Sorry. There's a
Okay.
wall
There's
across
a wall
there,
and
and
there's a door there.
there's a door there.
So he goes off the map, actually.
he goes off
We don't see
with the map. You don't actually see him. He's behind the door, and he slams it
That's
shut.
his last known location.
And he gibbles as he leaves. And Riker, you're up.
Okay. I just need to look at sneak attack here.
Yep.
There we go.
But how far distance is this? Is that right?
5 feet
Are these
each.
5 feet increments, basically?
No, those are 20-foot increments. Yeah.
Oh,
So to
wow.
get one square, you've got to take
a whole move.
a whole move.
Oh. Well, that changes things.
Yes. It's long, it's very large.
If I get behind Micah, can I make a high check?
Yes. It's a bear.
Bravely ran away.
So
Bravely
there.
Ran away.
Yep.
2 actions and then I'll hide.
Okay. Cal.
No, I won't.
What'd you roll?
1.
That
Nice.
one.
So the bear spots him and sees him. And it makes a reaction and steps 1 square forward towards Riker. Go ahead. Cal.
I'm going
Eyes
to
and those today.
shoot my crossbow
Okay.
at the bear.
Roll for yourself.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Your bolt strikes the bear right in between the eyes and falls to the ground. Seems to be a very large bear with a very thick skull.
Shoot for the soft bits.
Okay. And you're up again.
Oh, that's right. I got
Shooting
one action.
takes 1, right?
I think reloading.
You have to
would
reload.
pause it. Reloading takes 1.
Yep.
Yep.
So you could reload and shoot again.
I'll shoot again. So -5, which is not bad.
The bear's big, your hands are shaking, and as you pull the trigger, it launches into the side wall. And the bear seems to not even notice. He's really stuck on Riker and how tempting he is to eat.
You're not supposed to be humming your themes.
Micah.
I'm gonna step up closer, leaving
Okay.
my friend in shadows. Hopefully.
Okay.
What are you talking about? I'm not here.
And I as I'm walking up, I'm like, I really don't think they want to be friends.
They don't. I was being facetious.
And I'm going to attempt to bless the bear with a little bit of Caden's inspiration and make him somewhat tipsy with the day's cantrip.
Okay.
Actually, no, I'm not going to do that. That's a 2 action. I'm gonna get up there and just slap my sword against my shield a couple of times. Like, come on, bear, over here, bear.
Okay.
You
And
can
I'm gonna raise my shield. As an
Can't you
action.
move closer?
I
Like,
could.
so technically in 1 turn you can move 60 feet.
Um,
Or 75 if you're 25 movement.
I'm 25 movement. I used 1 action to
Just
move
to- just one.
closer, and then
Okay.
I'm readying my shield.
Yep.
And that's about it. I
Got
don't
it.
want to get closer to this.
That's
thing.
fine. That's fair. But so basically,
use
I
its
want to
movement to
understand
get to
that
me.
we could move like 3 squares per turn if we wanted to,
Yep.
and a little more.
That sounds
Okay,
like a bad idea.
cool. The
Mates.
bear charges, and he's gonna go after Cal
Me?
because he's
You
not
did shoot
Cal.
Riker.
Micah.
Micah, because Micah
stepped
moved
up.
up to
I
fight him.
stepped up to take it.
So he moves 2, and he swings 1 time. He's going to swing with claws.
Nope.
What's your AC?
20.
Ooh, so he swipes down, but the distance is a little too far. He seems to be a little tired, and his paw lands right on the shield. It does clang quite loud, and the bear roars.
Good bear. Good bear.
He's mad.
Not again.
Corbin moves up to the bear,
Well, he's
but can't
starving.
make
Look
it.
at him.
So move Corbin.
So
up 3.
Corbin arms both his swords, pulls down his robes, just like he did before, and draws his swords and pulls up and cannot make an attack.
That's about it.
Tukes.
I would like. Okay, I'm trying to understand how close I am. How far away is that bear from me?
40. Looks
40.
like.
Oh,
Right.
great. Okay, so along
Or
with
60?
my,
60.
so that's perfect.
45-ish, but yeah, because we're...
Yeah, because it's in between.
Yep.
I'm not that technically, but I don't want it to be run really fast because the hallway's not that short.
Hmm. So I'm gonna go ahead and cast a spell at it, and a vine comes out of my hand. I'm casting Tanglefoot, and I have reach.
Do
what
I make a
have?
save?
What do I call that? No, I make an attack roll.
Okay.
And I'm trying to remember what my spell attack. How does that work? So I roll a 1. Mm-hmm.
So you miss.
Mm-hmm. Really bad. I missed really bad.
Okay. Well, let's see.
There's 2 of us in
There are 2.
combat with us.
But the spell does not. It just misses the bear.
Oh, great.
I just look back at you.
as the vines kind of crawl up around
not
your
even
legs and then kind of wither and die.
Oops.
And
I'm not one to talk, so I didn't hit anything either.
That was 2, so you got 1 more.
yeah, no, we'll leave it at that. I'll prepare to try that again.
Okay. The goblin opens the door and steps in and peeks, and then steps into the room and draws a bow. Thank you, and shuts the door as well.
What is... Yeah. The goblin does what now?
Steps back into the room and draws a bow.
Oh, okay.
Riker.
It barely misses. I love it.
No. You got this, buddy.
Everybody roll perception before Riker goes.
Wow.
20.
21.
24.
Show
24.
You hear in the room behind the goblin more skittering and stirrings.
Oh, he went and warned someone. Nasty business.
But they're 8,000 feet away.
8,000 feet away.
But the door's closed, so we don't see any of that.
The door is closed, but you can catch a glimpse if you rolled a 20 or more.
We all did.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So,
Mm.
Riker, now go.
So the regular movement, you can do your regular movement. Can you run and double your movement?
You can move as an action.
Yep.
You have 3 actions.
Right. So your movement, I'm assuming, is a walk, though, right? So can you run?
It's
It doesn't
super
matter?
simple.
Yep.
You can use an action to move.
I use 3.
Yep.
Since I'm not typing.
Okay. Cal.
I will shoot at the goblin.
How far is that crossbow shoot?
Yeah, you're about 100 and some feet away right now.
Isn't it like 120 feet usually?
Yeah, I think a crossbow is that one.
But when you go past a range increment, it gets
Then you get
harder to
minus
hit.
2.
120 feet.
Okay. Is that the increment?
Yep.
Yep.
Wow.
You
Okay.
started at
You're good.
120.
Crossbows are strong. Go.
So 19 to hit.
My short bow is at 60.
You hit.
Okay.
It's gonna tell the goblin that we're
7.
Ezra sent it.
So I aim.
So your arrow aims
aiming at the-
and strikes a goblin right in the shoulder, and he like grimaces down, and he like plucks the arrow, the bolt out, and throws it on the ground. Okay, Micah.
Really torn. So I have to rethink everything I was about to do because that just destroyed it.
What, me shooting at the goblin? Alright.
Typical blames you for doing your job.
Yep. I'm
Right.
going to Caden, I need a little luck here. It'd be really great if this thing just decided to run away from us right now. And I cast Fear on the Bear.
What is it? A will save?
You make a DC 17 will save.
17.
Good luck with that.
Jeez. 17?
Yep.
Saves. Then what happens?
Oh, you save.
So
On a success, it's frightened 1.
okay. And nothing if it succeeds.
That's if it succeeds. If you succeed, you're frightened 1. If he failed, he'd be frightened 2. If he was
So I'm
critically-
frightened 1. What
you
does
are
that do?
frightened 1. I have no idea,
Yeah.
but it sounded cool. I should buy those cards.
Yeah, I'm tempted now.
after playing this a little bit, it's like, those condition cards might be really handy.
I was looking at those yesterday thinking the same thing.
Can you get a page number for conditions?
300 and
You're just making stuff up.
No, it's at the very end. It's like the very appendix. That's where the appendix starts. Are the conditions.
Fiend, focus, fortune, gear, too far. Frightened, page 620.
Told you it was like at the very end.
You said 300 something.
Yeah, it's where the appendix starts, which is at the very end of the book. It's like the first page of the appendix.
I'll use my other action.
Takes a status penalty equal to the value of all checks and DCs. And at the end of its turn, it goes away. So he's only he's -1 to
hitting everything.
Hitting everything for 1 round.
Okay.
For my other actions, I'm going to do quick alchemy and do.
And then I'm going to shield guard again because that was 2 actions to cast fear, and then I'll shield guard.
I always forget about the multiple actions.
So it goes to the end of its turn or your turn?
Till the end of its turn.
I'll do quick alchemy and brew up some centipede venom.
Okay.
Giant centipede venom.
The bear.
Well, it's afraid of me.
Yeah, it strikes Corbin. And it seems to be really afraid of everything around it, and it just misses. It doesn't even like connect with anything.
That's its first attack.
Oh yeah, it gets to go again. I forget
-5.
this, like stuff.
-6.
Yeah, no. Which gives a better chance for a critical fail.
So as it swipes, and it just seems to be like just kind of like backing up, and it's swiping as it backs up because it's afraid, and it completely misses. It swipes 3 times.
Yeah, taking full credit for that.
Yes, you can. Or we can blame my dice, and I need to buy new dice.
I know a place you can buy those.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get some. Corbin is up. So he draws both swords and comes down pretty hard on the bear. So the first attack lands, and the sword sticks into its hide. And the bear looks visibly distraught. He swings again with his second sword, which whiffs over the first because he takes an action to draw out the first because it's stuck in so well. Tukes.
I get to go again already? Excellent.
Yeah.
Oh, that was shameful. Let's try that again. I'd really like to slow that bear down.
So you cast slow?
No, I'm doing
Tanglefoot?
Tanglefoot, yep.
So it can't move?
I just, yeah. So that's better. That's a 14 on the dice there. And I'm adding 7 to that, so 21.
Okay, that does hit.
Okay. So let me
Now it can't move.
No. Well,
Good.
so that's just a normal success. So he gets a -10 circumstance penalty to his speed.
But it's not flat-footed.
No.
Yeah.
Goblin.
And then, well,
Oh, go
I'd
ahead.
like to. I'd
Oh,
like
that's
to
right.
go ahead
Another
and
move.
move up 1. Yeah. Thank you.
Goblin moves up 1, and then pulls back and fires at Corbin.
Not the guy who shot him?
No, well, he's hiding in the back. I'm not going to shoot through 4 dudes. I'm going to shoot at the closest guy. And he does hit, and his bow is decent. And Corbin takes an arrow right in his shoulder and notices the goblin. And his attention is drawn to it.
You've been noticed.
I took both the goblin's actions.
Draw my short sword, because I haven't done that yet. Move there, and I'm not flanking, so I'm going to try to. Then I'm going to move there.
Okay.
He's just doing 5-foot stepping around the
Right. Just so he get in good position.
Yep.
Cow.
get around the bear.
I didn't do giant centipede venom because I didn't actually look. It takes 3 actions and 6 items, which I do not have either of. So
Okay.
there's no
That's fair.
venom. I'm just gonna take another shot at the goblin.
So reload, fire.
Well, I used my action last turn to reload.
But you fired, reloaded, and fired again.
No,
Didn't you?
that was my first action. This is our 3rd round.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna
Because
fire.
he didn't get to do the scorpion, the centipede
Yeah, I
stuff.
thought I did, and then I looked.
So we had actions, bunch of actions left.
All right, so that'll be a 20 to hit.
I'm rolling like a boss.
That hits,
Good.
albeit barely.
5 damage.
Okay, on the bear, right?
No,
No,
on the goblin.
Oh, the goblin.
I'm
That
shooting
hits
that goblin.
easy. Okay.
Doesn't drop him still?
No.
That's a beastie level.
Bombing goblin too.
They're all that way. The lowest goblin has like 18 hit points.
Oh really?
Yeah.
We are level 2. Level
Well,
2.
goblins aren't.
Level
They still have 18 hit
These are
points.
still got like normal goblins of 18 hit points.
Yeah.
Damn, that's they're scary.
I'm used to 5e.
Yeah, I think there's a
Goblins
lot
have, like,
more
6
damage
or
that goes
7.
out in
Oh.
this game.
And then I'll reload and shoot again. That'll be a 13.
That probably misses the goblin.
13 misses. So you shoot an arrow, and he seems to be a little too far, or you shake again because reloading in the same turn seems to bother your aim, and it glances off the wall on the back. And it is Micah.
All right. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to put this sword to use finally and try to stick this bear. 15.
The bear dodges out of the way of your rapier strike
Oh, jerk.
because it seems to be very frustrated that it's entangled in this mess of vines.
It's flat-footed against me. I had plus 2
Yes.
that. There's a 17 hit.
Oh, that's right.
A 17 does not hit.
Okay.
However, it's much closer.
Okay. I will try one more time then to strike it. 17 again with the minus. Wait. 19. Because flat-footed.
Flat-footed is huge.
That hits.
All right, so I do strike it with my rapier. And I will do 9 damage to the bear.
Attaboy. Nice.
The bear is physically. Roll a strength check.
Okay. Just pure strength or athletics?
Just pure strength.
15.
Your rapier drives deep, and you can feel it in the bear's flesh, and you drag it out with a great effort.
Okay.
Does not get stuck.
Okay.
So you have no
Sticky
problems,
bear.
and it is bad. Like it's you really hit it hard.
And I will use my third and final action to raise my shield.
Okay. It is.
Dude, I'm a war priest.
The bear is angered at Micah as its last struck. What's your AC?
20.
The bear hits,
Uh-oh.
and so he rears back and kind of undercuts because the roots have dragged him to the ground. So he's kind of fighting underneath your shield,
Uh-huh.
and he knocks your shield up and hits you for 8 damage as you feel its claws.
I'm going to use my reaction
Go
shield
for it.
block.
Okay.
And I will take 3 damage, and my shield will take 3 damage.
Okay.
That's
What
nice.
happens to the other 2? Oh, it goes away, doesn't it?
It stops 5.
It stops
because of the hardness
5?
Value.
Okay.
And then we each take what's left.
Oh, I got you.
Can your shield be destroyed?
Yep.
And then I want you, with your shield up, I'm going to have you make an acrobatics check. He tries to grapple you with both of his
How about
claws.
athletics, right? Fight back with strength versus...
You want to fight strength?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, but your shield's up. That's the problem. I want you to dodge out of the way
I
instead.
know dodge. I am a brick.
He's not
I know.
quick.
Okay.
So here's my thing. Here's the thing. The bear's trying to wrap you. You have your shield up. It's not about getting him out of the way. It's about getting out of the way of his
I
grapple.
will go strength to strength with him.
Okay. You go then.
Much better.
I don't know about that.
Better odds.
Trust me, it's much better on my side. 24.
What is your strength modifier?
3. My athletics is a 7.
Roll again.
Ooh,
What'd you roll natural?
17.
they're tussling.
Ooh, that That's not as good.
19
Yep.
plus 7.
All right, you get out of the way of the bear, and it does
Get
not
back.
grapple you,
Get out of here,
and you
bear.
take 3 damage. And the bear will try to strike again. Ooh,
It's not rolling good.
it doesn't roll good. It misses you completely. Falls on its face. The vines seem to be really aggravating it because it
I
can't
seem like a
move.
serious badass right now.
It
I just
cannot
wrestled the bear
move. And Corbin leaves the bear,
He going for some of that goblin action.
and he is really angry at the goblin. And you see his face kind of contract into something is like going on. It's weird. There's an anger there that seems unnatural, and it's noticeable even in the midst of the fight. And he moves 1 more block as well. Okay, but he
I'm wrestling
cannot
a bear
strike
for you,
there.
buddy. You better take this.
And
Team bear, no boo.
first goblin moves up 3. Second nope. Tukes, you go next.
Okay. So am I 40 feet away right now?
About that.
Yep.
Okay. I'd like to move a little bit closer to be within 30 feet. And lightning crackles out of my fingers, and I shock and grasp the bear from a distance.
So
Yeah.
you kind of reach around either side, like, or under
We're
his,
in metal
Just-
here.
Like,
under Micah's legs.
underneath.
I can't wait.
Oh God!
Do
She
you make a hit
rolled
roll or does it make a save?
No, I make a hit.
Oh, good.
Yep. You're gonna love this.
Oh, this is
Oh,
good,
leave it
actually.
to him.
Oh, we're good. Oh,
That's
it's
fair.
okay. So 13 on the dice. So
Electricity for you?
it's
Acid for
20.
me.
20 total.
That hits.
Okay. Excellent. On a hit, the target takes 2d12 electricity damage.
Wow.
Ooh.
Bear sausage coming up right here.
I'm like,
Bears have way more hit points than goblins.
There's a 12.
Yeah.
Well, I have to
I think
find
they
the other
just have
12.
to amp it up because you hit so
You
hard.
get so many attacks, too.
Yeah.
You only busted out the 112.
Well, there's an.
We've hit this thing twice already, right? Is
Just
that it?
twice
Just
only.
twice?
Yeah. You've hit it hard, though.
Isn't that a 12 right there?
Because you hit it
Yes,
hard
I
and
did.
Corbin hit it hard. And this should be hard, right?
Okay, so we're looking at a 9, and this one's hard to read there. Ooh, a 10. So 19 total.
Wow.
Let me make sure.
The
that
power of
was-
electricity from between your
And
legs.
suddenly we're fighting a giant brown cotton ball because all its hair just stands up.
There's
I saw his vital. Where'd it
there's
go?
no armor on this bear, correct?
No, but it's thick fur. It roars in
Just
like
make sure he's not wearing
pain.
metal.
No, it has no metal.
Yeah, that's all I was worried about.
Nope, just a regular old bear, and it roars in pain, and like
It might have
you
noticed
just flash its. You can kind of see its skull as it flashes out of its.
Nice.
The electricity surges through its bones.
I look over.
Leave my friends alone.
Corbin draws both his swords on the goblin, and he like backhands them and cuts them across its throat. We'll see what happens.
He tries to.
And the goblin's head falls off, and its body limps to the ground.
That was from one arrow.
So the goblin in the back moves up to the pool.
This guy?
Yep. Dog with the disappearing side, moves up next to him in front, and the other dog is now his turn, and he goes up, and we're at round 1. The first goblin moves up, which is the one in front of the blinky dog.
This one?
Yeah, that one moves up, and the other goblin is dead.
Yep. But it's not a video
Riker,
game, so
you
his
are
body
up.
doesn't disappear.
You got this, Riker.
My turn.
Yeah.
Flat-footed, going for the vital stab.
We set this up for you, man.
That was a really tumbly die.
That really was.
It's definitely gonna hit. So that'd be 8, 27, 29.
On the bear,
Yeah. Is that a crit?
that is a crit.
Yeah.
Love this system.
Yeah, that's really good. Just barely, it's a crit.
So
Like,
does
right
the-
on the nose.
So does the backstab die double too? or is it just the precision?
I don't know how crits work.
I think it's just double on the roll. I don't think you roll twice, if I'm understanding it correctly, which is unfortunate. But
well, because the weapon
I think
doubles,
you double the damage.
The weapon
doubles the die.
Doubles. Does it double the stat mod too? This is the problem. With
So
two
on
different
the crit,
systems
so my crit with the short sword is 2d6 plus 8. So yes, it doubles the stat mod too.
Yeah,
But
I think
my
it
question
doubles
is,
everything.
with my backstab, does that double as well?
Critical
I would
strike,
assume yes,
Page 471.
because everything's doubling.
We'll find out in 1 second.
New systems, ladies and gentlemen.
That is not the right page. Wait, there's strike. Critical success. You deal double damage. Turn to page 451. See, this is like a choose your own adventure book.
It's a great book.
The space vampire gets you.
I'm just telling you, all
The end.
all books seem to go this way. 451. Okay. If it was anywhere cool.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Once your damage die is doubled, here we go.
No,
That's a lot of
you're
reading.
fired, Keegan.
So I'm pretty.
So I'm going to tell you
puns
what.
are beautiful. I love the
You
black and
hop
blue.
up on the bear's haunches, knowing what you know about bears, and you take both of your weapons and you jam them into the shoulders and you drag as hard as you cross, and the bear falls dead limp, and you backflip off of the bear to the front,
Just so
and
you
the
know,
bear dies.
when you double damage, I found it. When this happens, you roll the damage normally, adding all the normal modifiers, bonuses, and penalties. Then you double it.
Yep,
Okay.
Oh.
So what?
that's what I
about
thought. It's brutal.
I like it.
Benefits you gain from a critical hit, like flame weapon to fly.
So you don't on this one. You don't have to roll because like
It was close enough
Yeah.
to death.
one die is going to kill it.
And it says like the GM might allow you to roll all the dice instead, but the way the rules are written is that you just roll it and double it.
Yeah.
So it's whatever you want in the end.
Yeah.
The rules are that.
I would've
but
done
But it
20.
says it's better at lower levels to roll all the dice, but at higher levels when you get so many dice, it gets really cumbersome to roll
Yeah.
it all up.
That's
I
fair.
roll my dice.
see that's what
So you jump up,
Yeah, I like
you
shucka shucka.
drag your blades through its back, and you
Blade.
gorge. You can't decapitate it because its bone and sinew seems to be very thick, but it falls to the ground, and you jump off and backflip right before the end in front. And it is Cal.
Okay.
Do you have another action, actually, or is that all of them?
that was my
Did
first.
you run
action.
back over to
Yeah,
me?
so you could go.
No, he said I jumped off and I.
He
landed
jumps
in
and
front.
flips off the back of the bear and right in front. And you have 2 more actions now.
Yep. Going to the wall.
Micah. No, Cal.
Cal. Okay, so move me up 3. Or move me up 2, and I'm going to reload.
Awesome.
And that's all I can do.
Micah.
Well, I was going to do something cool, but he moved too far away. Damn. So, I'm just gonna move past the dead bear, and I can move 75. So this is like 80-ish. So like, I can move up about there. I go check on Corbin and see if he's all still furious looking and everything.
He seems to be really furious.
So as I get up there, I'll be like, "Are you okay?"
He struck me. And the
It's called
bear
combat,
is
it
now
happens.
gone. Corbin steps up and slams the door shut.
Good.
And he turns to the party and says, "We should go no further. There is evil here."
But we have to get the orb.
We should go no further. And we'll stop there.
Okay. Oh yeah.
You're not my supervisor.
The time.
I know, right?
You're not my real mom.
We will continue next week, Wednesday at 7 o'clock p.m. Mountain Standard Time. If you joined us tonight, we thank you. If you subscribed tonight, we thank you. We missed one subscriber. Let me get
Thank you
a shout
heartily.
out. Twitch Watcher 987645321.
Yes.
Thanks for the subscription. We appreciate it. It is sub-September. Twitch is running a special, so if you want to subscribe, I believe it's half price, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
Check that out. We would love to have you on board so you can see all of our stuff.
Thanks for the cheers tonight.
Yeah, we got some cheers.
Great cheers. Great night, guys. We really appreciate you tuning in. Please tune in again next week and tomorrow. Immersion RPG coming to you at 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock.
Check that out, and we will see you next week.
Bye.